Home ain't ever what you wanted it to be. So you packed your things and you left. Took a train, left somewhere out west, and you found what looks like hope. You take that little bit of change you got in your pocket and you build a ranch, maybe a nice little family. But unfortunately, there's never hope. Welcome to Crystal Grit. Mind your pistols now.
And hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be playing D&D and not talking to these people before D&D. Welcome to our which session? Session 7, episode 7 of our Whispers in the Dust campaign. Us being Hard Knock Dice. That is we who run the D&D. But yeah, oh my goodness, I lost it. My train of thought is gone. But anywho, we'll be playing D&D. I am Ian, the Dungeon Master, Cowboy God, Yeehaway, whatever your preferred nomenclature for the boss man is, but that is I, regardless. And all these folks off to my left, according to my camera, are our players, our gunslingers, our dastardly do-somethings, do-gooders, ne'er-do-wells. It's up for them to decide, or for you to decide. It's all a matter of perspective. Well, we will be getting into that here quite shortly. Before we do that, though, go ahead and you see this exclamation mark charity that popped up. It will be popping off, but for now it's popping up. If you click on that link, you can donate what you can to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. It's a good cause. Help them kids. Lawful nice. Open your heart wallet in the least threatening way possible. Yes, ma'am.
DM, I was just going to let you know, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but Children's Hospital of Atlanta right now is running a special where they will double your donation. So if you donate right now before the new year, double.
So you're effectively opening 2 heart wallets for the cost of one. Like what could be better?
Yeah, if you help one kid, they help another kid for free.
Something like that. But they are it is your dollar going further to help more folks. So do click on that, donate what you can. Aside from that, we're getting awfully close to the new year. Scary. The fucking marching passage of time. But aside from that, does anybody else have anything fun and exciting to announce? Yes, no, maybe so. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
The schedule. We're here.
The schedule, that's that thing. That's right. There you go. Thank you, other guy we play with and DM sometimes. We will be taking some time off, but not all of it. Some of it is for some campaign, some of it is for the other. We will be playing, obviously, tonight, our Whispers in the Dust campaign. We will be playing this upcoming Saturday, our Across Eberron campaign, which is, of course, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard on Saturdays. But we will not be playing the Saturday after that or the Saturday after that. So the Saturdays of Christmas and the New Year, we will not be doing that. We will be playing this game next Wednesday, but not the Wednesday after that. And then we'll be coming back.
Our last stream of the year will be on the 20th for Whispers in the Dust.
I don't know if I'm actually connected or not because my Skype is spinning.
Oh, you're not connected anymore. Well, I'll just talk while he figures that out. On the third... Oh, he's back. He's giving some background music.
There we go.
Stop driving through tunnels while you're on Skype.
Fantastic. Oh, good gravy.
You're frozen.
Well, yeah, I am traveling to the west as we speak. That's actually what's happening. Oregon Trail, authentic experience. Anyway, I heard our schedule being the last of our schedule being given out as I disappeared into the ether. Hopefully that doesn't keep happening. That's way worse when you're the DM rather than the player. That being said, we'll see if we can hop in here quick, fast, and in a hurry. Last session, our party was doing stuff. in the town of Picton, specifically. They have arrived here with the intent of vengeance for some. One, Mr. King, Clyde Kelly, as he is known to literally no one as of yet. Everybody still knows him as Mr. King. But real name Clyde Kelly, who's here seeking vengeance for his dead son, and as well as to hopefully rescue his wife, who is in the clutches of at least some members of their enemies here in Picton. The others, and kind of Clyde, he's mostly here for the vengeance, but kind of here for this, is to capture one Silas Granger, who is the leader of the Worm Riders, who, it just so happens, attacked and stole from the caravan of Desmond Sinclair, who is the mayor of Crystal Gray, and also a gang leader in his own right. So they were instructed to come here, retrieve the stolen goods, and bring back the leader of the Worm Riders. Whether they can do that without having to kill everybody else remains to be seen. They have struck up some plans of a kind. Alistair having talked one Fax Umberfill, the Black Dragonborn that is on Mr. King's hit list, and meeting him at the Cracked Cart for some drinks. Because he's such an interesting looking fella, and, Mr. Dotry is just so charming. And so that's where we find ourselves. Some of our party, I'm actually not sure who all's coming inside and who all's staying out. Alistair and his lovely lady, Miss Agatha, on his arm as they've stepped into the saloon, spotting not only Fax, but also his companion and the other target of Mr. King's, Nasri, the bugbear. Both sat at a table as they have entered. I know everybody is there. I know Clyde and the sheriff who they thought had been murdered, but he had actually escaped and has now joined up with our heroes, are in the flesh cart, hiding for the moment. Everybody else is outside of carts. So we know Alistair and Agatha have entered the establishment. I just want to establish where everybody is in this plan before we kind of move forward. Where is everybody else in this?
Alistair would have requested that one of our brawlers, one of our more martially inclined, would be in there with him and close by. At least one.
I was about to follow up and say that after having gone in and returned the stools that he had rented, upwards inflection, for an exorbitant cost,
Right.
would try and find a seat somewhere near a window with his beloved fiance.
All right. So that's where y'all have stepped in. You're finding a seat. Are you trying to remain relatively close by to the table with the Dragonborn and the Bugbear, or no? What are you trying to do?
How big is this room? Yep, I think so.
I mean, it's not ginormous. I mean, it's a tap room. It's a saloon. It's probably a little bit smaller than the main room of Good Gracious, the Sunrise Saloon, but this room also does not have stairs coming up on the sides because it doesn't have it has a second floor, but it's only accessible from outside. But it's a decent sized room. I'd say at least excuse me while I measure, because I don't know why I'm approximating when I can just tell you. Actually, relatively small. Whoops.
I was going to say
about 40 feet across.
I was going to say, you said that my divine sense, when you got there,
covered the
basic,
right.
covered the whole room. So
yeah, so 30, 40 feet across.
Across the room, then.
Yeah.
So he can get cover out the window if necessary.
Okay. All right. So y'all are grabbing a seat. Easy enough. All right. So is that everybody who's entering? I know obviously Clyde is in the cart. Sarah Bell, are y'all entering? Or y'all staying outside?
Sarah, I thought the plan was for Sarah Bell to be with the fancy man.
That is entirely up to you guys. Sorry,
That was the Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Discuss.
The
Clarify
Sarah
your
and
point with
Fancy
each other.
Man combo was for when we go up to the nest after this specific encounter. Where we are at right now, Geist is still maintaining his disguise as Lord Morgan Barrington. So he and his fiance are together, which you can be in there with us, but it would probably be a little bit more conspicuous.
What is Miss Bell doing?
I was going to say, if Sarabelle wanted to, we could stay out with the cart and, the two of us together, like making conversation. It wouldn't be very conspicuous. We could kind of watch for people walking, up and down and be able to give them a heads up if we see anything suspicious or noteworthy.
To help play the part, Sarabelle will do some maintenance on John.
All right. So you are maintaining John. Alrighty. Okay. So that's me. So y'all are both staying outside. Cool. Beanie weenies. Man, and I always forget. Reminder: John is only large, right? He's not huge.
He's only large.
He's a large creature. It's a relatively actually kind of small cart. I'm sorry, I'd forgot to add John elsewhere, and I just made him into a prop. I was like, large ain't that big, apparently, if you're a cart. He's petite. Okay. So, that being said, y'all wander in. Those are who are there. Fax actually spots you just about right off the bat. As you guys step in, you see him kind of look over his shoulder and just kind of wave you guys over.
I'll tip my hat to him. Mastashon, go grab us a couple of drinks, please. And I'll give her the silver, gold, whatever she needs to go do that.
She takes payment to go grab some beverages. Go in and have a seat. Well, I'm glad to see that you have come tonight.
I'm glad to see you as well, Mr. Amberfield, and you have a companion. And I have to say, the two of you are the most interesting looking couple at the ball tonight. I do apologize. I believe you're about to introduce me to your companion here.
Very polite man. This is my friend, Nasri. Nasri. Nasree. Just built like a brick shit house fucking bugbear.
Gotcha.
But similarly dressed, like still wearing like heavy leathers and things of that nature. Great axe slung across the back of her chair.
Would you allow a quick insight check? And I want to looking at this person, and what I'm trying to gather is what I could compliment them on that they would take in stride. Would complimenting this bugbear on like their strength or their beauty. Like what am I what am I looking for here?
Roll an insight check.
Wonderful.
Why not?
+3, go. 13 + 3 for a 16.
16. Man, this is not a question. I should have considering conversation before game. But I mean, yeah, I get the feeling you note that that this individual with insight. I mean, you see that this is a very clearly very strong bugbear, very muscular, and clearly, for whatever odd reason, seems to lean towards melee combat when guns exist. So between that and you also note almost like sewn into like this upper breast portion of her armor / clothing where is a good gracious, what's the word I'm looking for? A symbol of the Pentian. So a religious woman to some extent. I know that's Alistair's favorite thing. So you said you'd think, perhaps complimenting her strength in battle and perhaps even strength in the service of the gods may not go awry.
Gotcha. Okay. If it comes to that, but he introduces me to her. I say, Nesri, it is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mr. J. Alistair Daughtry. I met your companion here earlier today and decided to sit down and have a talk, though I'm sure he has filled you in already.
I'm sure I don't really know what a bugbear sounds like. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Gets us.
He did indeed explain to me your meeting in the general store. That seemed so interested in him. I begged myself, also curious. She holds out a ginormous, long-armed paw, like from across the table. Just doesn't even have to lean forward. Just yank.
He will shake her hand the best he can. Is Agatha coming back with the drinks? I will show my proper manners and stand when she does come to the table. Pull out her chair for us. Mr. Umberfield is necessary. This is my paramour and writing assistant, Miss Agatha Bukuri.
Offer polite greetings. Fax. You are quite lovely. Nice to meet you. Shakes her hand. Ever so, takes her, the little, whoop, ever so dainty. So, you wish to speak to myself?
Indeed, I did,
what?
and I know you are very clearly busy and accomplished. And I'll just sort of point to Nasri.
Nasri. Nasree.
Nasri's axe. So I'm sure you have much to attend to. However, I have traveled the world far and wide, traveling from Veredlin across the sea here to Ucriptia Dal, looking for stories. It has brought me from the northeastern ports all the way down here to this watering hole of Picton. And it's been rather dry around here, if I do have to say so. So forgive me as soon as I see some friendly, more interesting faces if I wanted to have a bit of a conversation. Of course, I will oblige with some drinks, and I'll sort of slide their drinks over to him.
I think both kind of thank you. Take the drinks.
Agatha at this point will pull out my writing notebook and quill and just sort of have it sitting there at hand.
All right. So, are you want to ask any particular questions in general, or are you just trying to make small talk for the moment?
Alistair's still interested, even if these people
Sure.
aren't going to be alive here in a couple of hours. He's still interested. So what brings you here to Picton? It can't be working here in this town, from what I've seen.
Oh, unfortunately, it is. We find ourselves equally bored, I think, as you find yourself. If you come seeking interesting tales, unfortunately, you've met a bit of a dead end.
Heartbreaking.
Terrible. We did come here for work, as it would happen. We are bounty hunters, me and my companion.
Wow. Very capable from the looks of it. And considering you've made it this far in this trying lands. What's up?
Roll a quick just charisma check.
Just charisma?
Just charisma.
Okay.
Roll to kiss ass.
That's a +5.
He has expertise in kiss ass.
That's a natural 1, but I can't roll unless you're not going to let my silver tongue apply to it, since it's just a charisma check.
We'll let it apply.
I can't roll below a 5, so that'll be a 10 total.
10. I'd say that the Fax does not look dissatisfied. I would say easy enough to tell, like, he can tell you're kind of trying to butter him up, but we do well. Unfortunately, it would seem our quarry is not here. Perhaps we will try farther north.
Well, I did travel through a couple of lands. Maybe I could help you out. Who are you seeking?
Kind of looks you over. you seek stories, then perhaps you would seek out, perhaps this. We seek a necromancer, small in stature, a tabaxi woman. We were told that she had taken up residence here in the boonies of Eucryptidal, but it would appear that she is no longer here.
Understood. Seeking a small tabaxi woman.
Perhaps peddling her necromantic gifts as a healer or something similar.
And this necromancer is a bounty on her head. She has been doing terrible necromantic magics in cities and such, or you search her out for a different reason?
I do not ask the reason. I simply pursue the bounty.
As a professional would.
Indeed, it does not pay to get too invested.
Agatha's writing down notes and stuff.
But you yourself, you have come. You said you come to Eucryptidal seeking stories. A good place for it, I would find. A daring frontier. You said that you have not found much, but you must have found something. Tell me. Tell me what stories you have found.
Unfortunately, this place is as dry as the lands around it, as when it comes to story materials. There was a couple of interesting folks that I found in the Northeast Docks, a couple of religious men that I had a conversation with. But dead ends, I suppose.
Dead ends. Perhaps tell me where you have come from. I will avoid there. Can't be a necromancer where there's nothing happening.
I traveled from the northeastern docks, made my way from there southeast, hit a couple of towns, and if I know of towns, I'll name everyone but Crystal Grit.
All of them but Crystal Grit? Okay.
You want a deception check?
Yeah, if you could roll a deception check for me, because you're not telling a direct lie, but you are purposely omitting information.
Shoot. This is +9. I swear to God, if you roll a natural 1 on me again.
That would be really rough.
It did not. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Max just kind of nods. Well, I will do. It would seem closer to the coast was perhaps the place to avoid. It's farther west, closer to the frontier.
These are my thoughts
where
exactly.
The excitement is. Yes. You have
Bounty
an
hunters,
intended destination.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I interrupted you. That is completely my fault.
No, worry not. Continue.
Bounty hunters based out of the nearby port cities or somewhere else? Or at no base of operations?
Fewer only place to arrive on this fine continent are the port cities.
Okay. I want an insight check him, and I've been waiting for a good moment to do it.
Sure.
One, I want to see if when he talks about King's wife, if he really doesn't have her in custody.
Okay.
The other place is when he tells me he doesn't have any sort of base of operations.
All right, so just roll 2 for me. So first for whether he's lying about King's wife.
7, unfortunately. Dice are killing me.
Yeah, seems to be telling the truth.
9 on the second.
9.
4 and a 6.
Seems to be telling the truth about both.
Okay.
As far as you can tell. Seems like genuinely a bit, irritated about wasted time. That does seem to be that they came from the port cities. And when I said based out of, they seem to have come here and they seem to have just been traveling, hunting their bounty. They're not staying anywhere and then making forays out and back.
For you to travel into such dangerous territory and so far, there must be quite a bounty on them. This necromancer.
Oh yes, and of course we keep an eye out for anyone else notable, any posted bounties along the way to assist. with our funds.
I noticed there were no bounties posted at the local sheriff's office. He seemed to be evacuated from the building.
Yes, and it appears to have been a bad business. Seems that this particular sheriff had tried to muscle in on the law here. As I say on the law, muscle in on the authority of the mayor and the like here in Picton. He did not take kindly to it. Those loyal to him neither.
Now, I know, I don't have to insight check. I know that's full of shit.
You
'cause
know
it-
that is you know that's a fucking lie.
Gotcha.
You have spoken to the sheriff.
Right. So, this guy is just clearly not holding any, or holding a lot back, I think. Not having a very open conversation with me. Right.
No, not at all. I mean, he also said that nothing interesting is happening here, and you know for a fact that everybody is having waking nightmares that are identical most nights. So
Right. Which I'll ask him about as well. I'll talk to him about that a little bit, less about his bounty. Talk to him about what he knows about the bad dreams that are going on.
if you're just kind of chit chatting, he totally just downplays it. He's just like, you know, seems like, you know, oh, folks are just exaggerating. Like, you know, maybe there was something bad in some water nearby. He just kind of shrugs it off. Basically claims that nothing's really been bothering us. You know, Nasri is like, so they're like, oh yeah, totally fine.
And then I'm gonna flip the script and I'm gonna start asking Nasri questions, considering he's been the mouthpiece this entire time. And I'll talk to Nasri and be like, so is your story very much the same? A bounty hunter from the docks based out of there? Have you two been together this whole time?
We did arrive together here in. Oh, good gracious. We arrived together, yes. Been trapped. Seeking our fortune. What's the word? Securing evildoers and the like.
Securing evildoers. I see your penchant, yes. This makes sense, I suppose. So this is why you're after this tabaxi. For the church.
She just kind of looks, you know, I'm assuming any kind of glance towards the religious symbol, just kind of glances down and shrugs. Not on their orders, but it cannot hurt. And Umberfield kind of cuts back in. Indeed, my lovely companion is devoted, but we seek our charges for coin.
Can I insight check the bugbear?
Sure, what you trying to figure out?
If she's actually not here, based on any order from the church.
Sure.
All right, you're going to hell. The dice, not you, DM.
Put it in the microwave.
Put it in the
Microwave the dice. That's what the bad, naughty dice get microwaved. That is the punishment.
Ooh, dice are killing
Little
me
dark.
right now. That is another natural one. So
Another natural one. You're
I believe.
you're kind of, you know, maybe
Yeah.
she might not actually even believe in the Pentium. You know.
Now she's more interesting.
Now she's-
Very well. I will chat them up and I will try to get drinks them for a little bit, and I'll just keep an active eye on what they're doing. I will spend over the next couple of rounds, unless I see that they are not drinking. Are they drinking?
Yeah, they do. At this moment, they appear to be drinking.
Okay.
So I'm basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you're going to need to roll. If you're trying to get them like drunk, you're going to need to roll a persuasion check.
Okay. In that case, over this time, I'll use 2 bardic inspirations, so they take a d6 away from any sort of constitution saves they might be making.
Okay.
And I'll try to roll a persuasion check. I'm supposed to be really good at these.
Okay. While you're rolling
Fuck.
that, this is going to be happening over the course of like at least an hour.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going to check in with everybody else real quick.
How much are drinks here? How much is like a cheap drink here?
a cheap drink is like a handful of coppers. Like if you want to get like basically swill, like 3-4 coppers for beverage.
How many people are in here?
Let's see. All total, at the moment, there's about 16 people total in here. And that's including you and your friends.
15, 16 people total.
Yeah.
For an extra drink, something strong but not particularly tasty, how many people would a gold get drinks for?
So for like you're wanting to buy like, whiskey or some just straight liquor.
Whiskey shine, something like rough but strong.
For a gold, I'd say you could probably get a solid drink for like, probably close to most everybody in this room. Like this is nothing fancy; it's just a drink, so it wouldn't quite be a silver a piece.
Yeah. The intent
like
is to at some juncture get a round of drinks for everyone in the room.
Okay. We'll call it a silver a piece. So it'd be 15 silver to get a drink for everybody.
All right. Yeah. So at some juncture while he's doing this, to kind of try and assist with his efforts, would go to the bartender and finally agreed to pick a time and a place, and I think it's cause to celebrate. Where I come from, there is nothing better than imbibing your worst. Make it strong, make it cheap. We'll get one for everyone in the room.
All right. Starts lining up basically shot glasses on the table. Takes your money. Also, Geist and Callie, can I get the two of you to roll perception checks for me?
Yes. 18.
18. Very nice.
Right. Yes.
14.
14. Okay, I'll say 14 doesn't quite notice it. You're kind of engrossed in thinking of how to best strategize and get this going. Around this time, Callie, I'd say that this is what catches this is around the time that gets your attention with the 18, is when a singular individual walks in, and as he does, his coat kind of blows open a little bit, and you notice that little serpent pin on the inside of his coat, and you kind of track him going over and sits down at a table with another two who you feel reasonably certain are probably also bearers of that pin. Outside folks, are y'all still just loitering?
I'm having a quiet chat with the sheriff, asking them about how weird fingernails are. Cause you can't contract them; they're just kind of hanging out there. They don't really serve too much of a purpose. Like they're weak; you can't claw them into anything. Like that seems kind of weird. We're just having this conversation
in this conversation
inside of a
simply
sack.
as a way to distract himself from y'all's current situation.
Yep.
That's about it. You can tell that he really is just like, what? But then is like, you know what? Anything is better than focusing on where he is right now. So, Sarah Bell, y'all focusing on y'all getting ready to do anything else, or y'all just chilling?
Sarah Bell is gonna light some incense while she's doing her maintenance on the cart, because she views the cart as a holy gift from Sanus.
Right.
So any work that she does on it, she would show it the reverence that it deserves.
Cool beans. Doing that. And what was that persuasion check?
I rolled a 10, which has been my
10?
best roll in a second, but it's a 19 total.
Okay. They like initially it seemed like, oh, like I said, it does take a little bit of controlling their like especially for facts who's like, oh, we do intend, as I told you, we intend to depart soon, so we do not wish to be overly imbibed a lot, but you are able to kind of convince them, and they do keep they do begin to keep on drinking. Nasri, can you roll a d6 for me? Or just either roll 1d6 or roll 2 separate d6s and tell me who you want them to apply to which.
Okay.
Because that's fun. Why not?
My d6s are rolling fire. 2 6s. Okay.
2
well,
6s?
that didn't show you anything, but
Okay.
yes, that's 2 6s.
Okay.
So
Nice. Let's see here.
damn.
And then roll an insight check for me as well.
Yeah, absolutely. +3 go. 14 + 3 for a 17 total.
17 total. Okay. Nasri appears to be, actually both of them appear to be getting, like Nasri more so. Nasri appears to be getting pretty fucking blasted. And Fax seems to be not getting like 0 to 100, but is definitely like, yeah, I'm fucking. He's definitely starting to feel it like fairly quickly because you see Geist round comes around, the fucking the goddamn motherfucking, I forgot his name, Lynn, announces to the bar that this gentleman bought a round of drinks for everybody, and he kind of, some people come collect, hands out the rest. They get those drinks. Are you drinking?
Yeah, I am. I'm resistant to poison.
You're resistant to poison.
Yeah.
If you were actually consuming these, I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me at advantage.
Okay.
Because basically, it came down to: are you trying to deceive them into thinking you're drinking, or are you're trying to tank it?
Alistair's a drinker.
Hell yeah.
He doesn't need
he's
to.
resistant to poisons. I mean, yeah.
He doesn't need to, but he can. I just want to make sure I don't have anything else. Okay. Disadvantage. I'm gonna roll this die twice.
Hell yeah. Roll the fire die.
Natural 17 on the first one. What's my con save? +2, so that's a 19.
Okay.
And then so 19 total will be the better
19
roll.
total.
Yeah.
So you're feeling it, but not like to where it's gonna impact you. Like you're still good. You know that.
I got that Doc Holliday shine going on right now.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, you're feeling good. You got one for each of you. You're feeling good. Not that drunk, but yeah, you're feeling all right. But you're handling your liquor so far so good. But your subjects appear to be getting toasty. One quicker than the other.
Wonderful. I'm gonna, as we're still talking and drinking, I'm just gonna look over at my companions, make sure everybody is still good to go. I'm just gonna kind of be looking around, and when I see an opportune moment, I am going to upcast and subtle spell charm person on both of them.
Okay. And what kind of save is that?
That is a wisdom saving throw. My DC is 15.
DC 15 wisdom save. And it only has verbal or somatic components, so subtle spell completely gets rid of all. It doesn't have a material component.
Correct.
During that time period, as things continue to progress, is Callie able to communicate to me that the dudes are at the other table?
Before you roll those, I'm going to use 2 more Bardic Inspiration. I'm sorry, Cody, to interrupt you. Just before you
No,
roll
it's
them,
fine.
use 2 more Bardic Inspiration to take a D6 off of those.
Okay, so that'd be 2 separate rounds. So, all right, well, that's fine. Roll a d6 and tell me who's getting what.
Gotcha. Feast of Famine. 6 and 1. I'll apply the 6 to Fax and the 1 to the other.
Okay.
To Nassery.
Okay. Okay. What's your DC again?
15.
15. Okay. You feel the charm go off. Feel it go onto Fax quite swiftly. You feel it very nearly not take on Nasri, but you do feel it take hold on both.
Wonderful. Excellent. I have an hour with that, so I'm sorry, Cody. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure that got applied.
Oh no, trust me, I've been in that boat too, where it's like, hold up, I would like this thing to get used.
Yeah, I would have like made it look like I was like whispering sweet nothings into your ear as I sort of indicate to you that if I don't lose my earbud, that there are more worm riders in that direction. Yeah.
Recoil. Darling, we are still in public, you know. Not that I think they care, but propriety.
Just lots of giggling. If we are like if we've been drinking, Callie's gonna play up the like ditzy city girl at this point in time. There's two things I'd like to do. So I would have been liking to try to listen in on this conversation so that I could like the moment that Mr. Dotree was ready to like get them out of the building, it would prompt me to encourage the professor and I to go into the room so we could go out the window. So I would like to do probably perception.
Yeah. Roll perception. Jones, I'm pretty sure you know this, but reminder in case it wasn't specified that the subtle spell crystal was a one use.
Yeah, I already
consumed and
destroyed
gone.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
It just occurred to me. I was like, I can't remember if it says that on its description.
So my perception is a total of 15.
15. Okay. Say easy enough. Like, I mean, there's some hubbub, so you're having to do some kind of lip reading and like interpretation of like body language and stuff. But you've got a good like of what little you can hear, plus that stuff that of how that conversation is going.
Okay. And then the other thing, when I notice the guy sit down, I would like to like take a closer look at him, like just like sort of obviously I'm paying more attention to Mr. Dotree, but I'd like to like take a cursory, like maybe an investigation to see if I notice anything specific about the gentleman who walked in or the table he's sitting down
Like,
at.
what kind of information are you looking to glean?
Like, do I recognize this person? Like, is it this somebody from earlier today, like when we were in here earlier, or did I recognize them from my walkabout or our walkabout earlier this afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to like get a sense of like what we're dealing with in terms of this gang. Also, kind of like hierarchy stuff. Since I have been in a gang, you know, you can tell the difference of like, oh, this person is, you know, maybe a captain or a lieutenant versus just sort of a scrub. So that's the kind of thing that I'm looking at.
First of all, high or low?
And I hate this. Let's go with high.
High? You do recognize a couple of them. Two of them you recognize it from having seen like out in town. Like obviously not people you spoke to. Neither of them like of the same four that were in here when y'all first came, but you recognize a couple of them from when you were out and walking around. Okay. As for, I I'm just kind of going off of your same perception check. You don't notice any like insignia or rank in anything, and these three at least don't appear to be offering any kind of subservience or anything. They don't seem to be deferring to any of them. So these three you suspect are they're either all high ranking or they're all low ranking.
Okay.
At the very least.
Okay.
And DM, not to throw off the interior
what's up?
flow or whatever, just to emphasize, like while I'm out there, like I'm looking like I'm talking to Sarah Bell, but I'm also very much trying to be on watch or on guard. So
Cool. Roll a perception check for me real quick and just kind of hold on to it for the moment.
Yep.
All right. So just roll that and hold on to it for the moment. All right, Mr. Dotree, your charm has taken place. You feel it take hold. What are you doing?
All right. Remind me really quickly, where's Sarah Bell at?
You have Sarah Bell and Bell are both out front
Out front.
by the carts.
Perfect. I'm gonna. Does he have does Umberfell have his staff with him?
Yeah.
He does. I am loosey goosey at this point, kind of drunk. So I'm gonna get kind of Johnny Depp on him. Says, I see you are man of the arcane arts, Mr. Umberfield.
Yes, I am.
I have an acquaintance that I met. She was a very secretive woman. You see, and I'm gonna get like like I'm telling him a secret. She's a real secretive woman, so I don't like to tell people. But she has a cart that is just masterfully crafted. Would you like to see it? I think you will take a particular interest in this.
Sorry, I'm double checking something.
No worries.
This friendly. Roll one more. Roll a persuasion check at advantage for me.
Okay. Persuasion +9. Oh my god, that went out of the box. Okay. 19 again.
19. Very nice. He just kind of nods, and as he does, I would like to see your friend's card. Do excuse me for the deception. I understand it's social to drink, but I myself am incapable. So if you would though show me your friend's card, I would be most interested.
Interesting. More and more surprises coming down. And I'll just, as we're walking out, incapable of imbibing. And
Physically, I can consume, but the effects are so light that it is nearly impossible. Not so for my friend, isn't that right, Nasri? Who is fucking slosh like. Yeah.
I completely understand. Do not worry about it. Yeah, I'm gonna walk him out to the cart.
Okay. Are you trying to take just facts?
No, it'd be both of them.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're both following.
I think both of you, just with your current mission and what's going on, you will find this incredibly compelling. It's interesting at the very least to see.
As soon as Mr. Dotree stands up, I am going to very, like, giggly lean to the professor and go, "My dear, let's go away." And like, stand up and promptly, like, kind of teeter towards the room so that we can go out the window, meet around the corner.
Definitely just kind of a very, like, making eye contact with some of the other guys in the area, like, looks like I must be off.
Yeah, see?
You get kind of half-hearted cheers. As said previously, all these people look vaguely miserable at the very least.
Oh, yeah. I'm ignoring that fact.
Right. So, you spiriting off, y'all are stepping into y'all's room. You're kind of coming out front with the cart, or to the cart.
Yep. I guess I just see Sarah Bell and Bell hanging out around it.
Yeah, you got your cart, and then those two are hanging out by John.
Okay, I'm not going to acknowledge Belle at all. I will talk to Sarah Bell. And at first, continuing on the drunken charade, be like, Miss Sarah Bell is actually, Alistair won't say that. He will instead say, Miss Anita, wonderful to see you. If you would, I've told my new friends here, Mr. Umberfield, as well as Miss Nassery, that I wanted to show them your cart because it is such a magnificent creation.
Belle, are you doing anything to try to be hidden yourself?
Not hidden, like I like not drawing attention, like duck and hide. But as part of like kind of keeping an eye out, she would definitely have been keeping an eye on the door. So like as when they started to walk out, when she saw Alistair start to walk out, she would have started to stroll away. So she's probably just kind of like, has stepped away a little bit.
So
trying to occupy herself, I don't know, looking in windows or looking at people's horses. I don't.
So what I want you to do for me is I want you to roll a stealth check, but I want you to roll it using your charisma instead of your dexterity. So you're rolling a social stealth check. You're trying to remain unobtrusive.
I believe
I can clap. No, okay. Oh, I want to be Pip right now. Oh, okay. So that was a natural one with my charisma for a big fat 2.
Oof. You're not proficient in stealth? I would be quite frank, doesn't make a difference since you rolled a natural 1.
I'm not. I would have been better. It would have been
better.
5 if I'd been a regular stealth, but no.
That being said, so as
is my current show enough of a distraction to possibly give her advantage on that roll?
Should I at least be disconnected from the cart, even if I'm not hidden or not noticeable? Like, because I would have taken steps away from the cart.
The problem being is you would have been in direct line of sight of Mr. Docher was going towards the cart, and that's where you're walking away from.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still in that same like block of vision. That being said, Nasri isn't totally engrossed in what you're saying, and it's just kind of leaning on Fax. Fax does look interested, like is doing his very like you can tell he's not some country bumpkin. Is politely listening as best he can, but does glance off and sees Belle.
I'm gonna be petting somebody's horse nearby, like acting like it's mine.
Yeah. So he looks at looking at if you will excuse me one moment, madam. Calls out towards you, Belle.
Why, yes. Hello. Oh.
Are you not the proprietor of the Sunrise Saloon?
And I believe, didn't I have the pleasure of being your hostess?
That you did.
Recently, I don't recall how long ago. Please forgive me. But not too far past. A few weeks ago, I believe.
Yes, something like that. Surprised to see you again so soon.
It is indeed. What a small world it is, isn't it? Are you enjoying your time here in Picton?
Joy may be a strong word. I have met this gentleman who has significantly increased the entertainment value of this town.
Indeed. Well, isn't that lucky? Sometimes it's luck that brings us into people who make our lives a little bit more interesting and make the time pass. Well, I don't want to interrupt you. I'll just be on my way, but it's so good to see you, sir, and a good evening to you and your companion as well.
Same to you.
I think
So I do find myself, how do you find yourself in Picton? So,
I do it. Well, believe it or not, sir, it is for, well, not exactly a vacation, but I do come on occasion I have some companions that I met when I first moved out this way. And right now I am training some new staff. And this weekend this time away is a bit of a test for them. So when I go back, I'll be able to see how well they were able to cope with me being entirely absent, which is not a lie, Dim. It's kind of true.
That's a
strictly a lie.
deception check, is what that is. That is a
Not
deception check.
strictly untrue. Those things are happening. They're
That
just
is
happening
not
for
the
reasons
reasoning for
other-
your trip here to Picton.
the reason, but it is true.
Clyde, you can hear this conversation happening.
Oh yeah,
outside the
I've
cart.
rolled a couple
Okay.
of
That was
wisdom
much
saving
better.
throws.
Okay.
Hear a bunch of
Wasn't great, but okay. Not great, but not terrible. It was 14.
14.
Wasn't a 2, which is
Just kind of nods. Well, I
my
wish
dog's
you
calling
luck.
BS on me.
You can't quite tell whether he buys it or not, but he does kind of. Well, I wish you luck in your travels, safety.
Why, thank you, sir. I believe I'll make my way in. How is the crowd in the cracked cart this evening?
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Speaking
Okay.
of cots,
Well-
Mr. Umberfield, trying to get his eyes back over here.
Well, before
I'm gonna
we
I'm gonna
progress
go in
too
there.
much, before we progress too much further, how long does it take for us to get up to the room and then get out the window and get back to our cart?
I mean, y'all's cart is parked right next to all these other carts, so they're all just kind of in a conga line unless y'all moved them elsewhere. But I mean, it wouldn't take terribly long. I mean, these aren't fancy windows, so you'd probably be able to get out relatively quickly.
I would say, well, not to the cart then if that's where they are, but like kind of somewhere lurky nearby. Just let me know at what
Just kinda
juncture in
like
the
a little-
conversation.
Side street is a strong word for it, but there is an area in between the buildings.
You can bring your cart like Princess Bride style underneath the window for you guys to, if I knew.
There's no
I don't know
underneath
that.
the window. They're on the first floor.
Oh, never mind. And I wouldn't have known it anyway, but it just felt fun.
They're hopping out and trying to and lurking.
Yeah, if we can see, or if we can get somewhere where we actually have eyes on then, and then if we're out of the way so that if someone does see us, it's not too suspicious, kind of up against the wall as if we're making out.
Okay.
DM,
All right.
With
Yes,
a
sir.
19 perception check, do I hear any of this discussion?
19? Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Okay.
Y'all, this conversation is happening right next to John. So
Oh, that close, huh? Okay.
he said he was leading them to the cart. So I assumed y'all continued to approach after he called out to Belle. So
Yeah.
it started out more distant and then got closer until it's right next to you.
Yeah. So as
Very
soon as
realistic.
like,
Oh, fuck, sorry.
I'm sorry. No. Go ahead. Sorry.
So it's a very realistic make-out session with a 24 deception check.
Good gracious. Is that charisma-based deception? I said deception. I guess it's deception, not stealth. Fair enough. Very
So
well.
yeah, Belle would have been using the comment about the cracked cart to kind of like start to disengage, and then as Alistair makes that comment, she's just gonna like, take her leave, like a very like, I see you're busy, kind of nod, little mini curtsy, and start walking slowly, meanderingly toward the door of the cracked cart.
All right, so you're meandering towards the door. Callie and Geist are in this alley side street thing. So you're just talking to this dude about this cart. I'm curious what you were saying to this man about the cart.
Oh, I am showing him John, and
Really?
yeah.
Well,
Like in all of his glory.
When they approach, Sarah Bell would
Yeah, I was
say,
talking to Anita.
Anita, that's right. Yeah, you.
"Oh,
talked to
Anita, yeah." Anita would say, and immediately go to, wow, her name escapes me. I had it just in my head, and now it's gone. Your paramour,
Agatha.
Agatha. And just say, "It is a delight to see you, and I see you have
as well, my
friends."
dear. Oh yes, of course. And she, pats Alistair's hand. You know that my lovey makes friends everywhere he goes.
Indeed. What is the purpose of this visit this evening?
Miss
I was told
Anita.
that you had a remarkable card, my dear.
Indeed, Miss Anita, I was telling him all about your cart and how much of an exceptional creation it is. And I was wondering, I know you are a secretive woman. I do apologize. The liquor has gotten to my tongue, apparently. But I was wondering if you may allow them a ride on the front of the cart.
This is a beast of fleshcraft. You see that Umberfield has he's kind of leaned over and is looking up under. It's fleshcrafted creature.
A little bit quieter. But
He's kinda
if
looking
you
up.
would like to take a ride, absolutely. We
Roll
could-
a persuasion check for me, Alistair. At advantage because of the charm.
Of course, the more interesting details would need to be out of sight of the more faint of heart.
Oh, that's right. 27.
27. Just eyes kind of open, like you know he's a spellcaster, so you that got that of like the howl and things seems to have snared him. Really? Well, I'll be glad to join you then. And though it grows late, it cannot be for too long. He just kind of definitely seems intrigued.
Here, after you, and I'll pat the front bench part of it for them to hop up.
Yeah. They hop up and he says, of course, if you set up here with me, ma'am, and I know you cannot show me, but if you could perhaps tell me of the techniques you use. I've usually flesh craftings or golems or humanoid creatures. This is the first time I've seen one as a vehicle.
Ah, of course. And she'll start talking about more in vagaries as they're still in town of obtaining John and the various donors
Mhm.
that were so kind in assisting financially with the cart, and also the religious backing.
Interesting. Okay. Sharing that. And so y'all are getting in the cart. Where are you guys going?
I figured back to the same place we probably got the sheriff, or like met up with the sheriff, where I met up with them earlier, like a mile outside of town.
Okay, so you're trying to head far out of town.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Woo! My D20s, they flee. He does. Umberfield does seem engrossed in the conversation, and Nasri still seems pretty hammered. So y'all start.
Sorry. I assume, like, how many people can sit up front? It's probably
The three of them is squished. Like I said,
The three
John
people.
is a large creature, so John's actually very loaded down right now because John has a catman in the back, a full-grown tiefling, a satyr, a giant-ass bugbear, and a dragonborn. So John's over there going, turn the wheels. Yeah.
It's extra sweaty.
He's probably. I'd say since he's a creature, he's moving at half speed right now. So y'all are going slow.
Yeah, we don't need to go fast. I
Question.
imagine Alistair and Agatha just sort of hanging off to the side.
Y'all
Death
just
is in
walking
the air.
along, or y'all on your
No, we're
cart?
like hanging off the side, like quite literally. So like
Oh,
just like standing on one of the railings, hand on the top, and probably just fully engrossed in each other's company because Death is in the air and this is hot.
oh my.
Question.
All right. Yes, sir.
I can't remember the Black Dragonborn. This is one of Mr. King's quarries.
Correct. These
Yes.
are the two. Both. Of
Okay,
them.
it's not the guy we're here to bring back.
No, the guy you're here to bring back is Silas Granger, and he is a silver dragon.
Perfect. Well, if we get to the campsite uninterrupted,
Mhm.
there will be some
Good
words
question.
that I'll have.
Good question. Good question. Who wants to call high or low?
Aye.
If y'all depart uninterrupted, high,
This is the
High.
vote. It's always high. Put it
high,
out there,
high.
guys.
Yeah, a lot of highs. So even if Kylie said
Put it
low,
out
it doesn't
there.
matter. Now, if I was evil like Cody, I would say, okay, what's everybody's vote? And then I'll roll to see whose vote counts.
What is it, Siege?
Let's see. The high that you guys depart with no issue. It would appear y'all do not encounter anybody slowing you. Nobody asks any questions. Nobody flags down.
How long's it?
Umberfill.
How long does this trek take?
With I really thought John was bigger originally. I'm not gonna lie. As loaded down as he is, it's gonna take a minute to get from in town out to where y'all were camped at.
Important question: how fast is he going?
John has a movement speed of 30 feet, right?
Mm-mm.
What's John's movement speed?
I think it's 40, and then he can sprint to 80. It's been a minute since I pulled up
Right.
the stat.
That'd be out
block.
there. You're dashing. I would go ahead and say that would be more likely to cause, because that's going like giddy up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's going yeah. That would be more likely to draw attention to you guys if you were doing that.
John, that's so bad for him right now.
Have you just confirmed for me what John's movement speed is? Also, tell me what his strength score is.
1 second, having to scroll up.
Because I mean, technically
Oh,
he's a
wait.
creature, so it should be like just a number of creatures. But he's a cart. He's a strong boy.
+2.
So he's a 14 strength.
Yeah. Movement speed. Sorry, it is 30.
Let's see.
So he's going 15 feet every 6 seconds.
Yeah, he might even be, because I mean, even if we give him the what's it called, the like his double carry weight, his carry capacity would still only be 420 pounds.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that for large creatures it's 4 times or something.
Is it 4 times?
I will double check.
There is a number to the amount that he can carry. I do
Oh, if they have it in there,
have
that's-
it off
that
the
is
top of my
handy.
head.
Because that's important for, charm person reasons.
And if it passes the weight limit, I would get off.
Oh,
And
negative.
what?
It is only double.
There you go. That's what I thought.
I think it is at least 500 that he can carry.
Carry at least 500 pounds.
I will get you the exact number in a moment.
Is Belle riding on John? Or did Belle get left behind? That's actually a good question. Where are the other
Belle
three
got
of you
left
in this
but-
in this scenario?
Belle rode
so-
her own horse into town,
Or-
but like I mean,
For clarity, he can carry, or he can pull, not carry, but
He is
pull.
carrying. There are people on him. That is not dragging.
Oh, that's right. He's not
He is
pulling
not
the
a
cart.
horse.
He is
they are
the
on
cart.
him. He is carrying them.
Gotcha.
500.
Okay.
500 pounds? I'm really not sure how much each of you weigh. I feel like it's close. If
The
not,
biggest among us is that
Pretty light.
bugbear. Yeah.
right. That bugbear is like
King probably weighs like 30 pounds.
yeah.
Alistair's,
King is not a bunch.
Alistair's a slight man himself. So is Agatha.
That's still the only person not over 100 pounds is probably King. Everybody else is at least 100.
I was gonna say Cerebel's 6'5".
Yeah, and Cerebel's big, and that bugbear is fucking huge. That bugbear is at least 200 pounds. So I think probably relatively safe to say John's moving at 15 feet around. He's a little, like I said, he's over there turning those wheels with his hands.
It's still 2 miles an hour, so we should get there within like 30 minutes.
FYI,
You'll probably arrive with like chit chat and things. You're probably gonna arrive with like 15 minutes left on your charm person. What's up, guys?
It doesn't have when you're over your carry weight. It has it in increments of, or you're doing the encumbrance, so that would be in excess of 5 times your strength score, your speed drops by 10. In excess of 10 times your strength score, your heavily encumbered.
I was kind of meeting in the middle between encumbrance and the number of creatures you can lift, because that's the whole thing. If you're trying to drag a creature of your own size, your movement speed is halved. And since John is a creature and y'all are also creatures, I'm kind of wiggling in the middle there.
Never mind, ignore me then.
Okay. So Belle, once they got up and moving, you turned around, got up on your horse, and you're following, I assume.
Ish, right? So she
Ish?
would have gone over. Yeah, well, she would have gone over to, she would have gone like sideways and around. She's not going to be seen like following.
Right, but
them
you
directly,
are also
right?
going
So-
back towards y'all's campsite.
But she's
Okay.
like doing a wide circle, and she would have
I
made
just want
it.
to make sure nobody's like, they've got this, I'll stay here. Like, no, make sure
she
that's
would have
not.
swooped by. Yeah, she would
No.
have swooped by and had like Gus like go over and kind of like woof, bark it at Kelly and Geist, and
Oh,
and kept going.
yeah, as soon as they were on the way. Oh, sorry. As soon as they were on the way, Geist would have dipped over to retrieve his surreptitiously wrapped rifle and try and creep off into the shadows.
On foot?
Yeah, they're not going that fast. They're going like what, 20 feet around?
15.
Yeah, on foot. Carts
Okay,
make you
just
be
leaving your
seen.
cart? Okay.
Hard to sneak with the cart.
Callie's gonna get on her horse.
I said, fuck that shit, I'm not walking.
Yeah, and I think in fact, like she looks down and is like, Mr. Professor, do you want to ride?
Do not. Hard to be stealthy on one of those large, clunking creatures. I'll be around.
Reminder
Then
is that the
off into the dark.
Reminder that the professor does not have a horse. The professor has a donkey. So,
right.
not necessarily an elegant creature.
Yeah.
I think the question was more like, why not the cart or just ride double on the horse?
Right.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
FYI, the intent will be to get. Do they have a quick question? Do they have a light, like a lantern or a torch or anything, on the cart that we were following?
Good question. I don't know. Not my cart. Do y'all have a lantern or something on John?
John does not have a lantern as he can see in the dark.
He's a creature of the night.
I didn't know if any of the people on it would have some form of light source.
John's a vampire, confirmed.
Unless it had been previously stated, which could be an easy fix, but
I need to double check. Okay, Charms First Person is not a concentration spell, so I have seen that Fax enjoys things of that are arcane, and I will take out and I will cast dancing lights to be underneath the cart and
Thank
give some
God.
ambient lighting sort of situation.
Appreciate.
Brilliant. That being said, about 100 feet away is where I'm going to get up to.
Roll a stealth check.
How many
You
of
fucked
these
up.
dancing lights are you gonna fire into the air, though?
What color are they?
What color are they?
Lavender.
Fucking
later.
guys just starts
Pedantry.
blasting right in the middle of town. Bah! What was that stealth check?
Be a 26. 25.
All right.
Rogue shit.
Oh shit, indeed.
Yeah. If only he could cast Pass Without a Trace too, then he'd be busted.
And do remember, DM, if they are rolling perception checks, it is at disadvantage against me.
Surely. Very good, Sargut. Well, y'all depart.
So, to keep them interested,
Yeah.
pretty soon as we get out of town, and it's clear that most people wouldn't be able to see, John will drop the wheels and, do the walking thing.
When? What's up?
During that transformation, is there like any pressure on his fleshy body or anything like that? Since I don't imagine he drops the wheels and leaves them on the floor. Does he like do it one at a time? This is going to cause an issue for me and the sheriff to.
No, I mean
Okay.
the wheels are they're like wooden wheels.
I mean, as far
He's
as the
like a cat.
distribution of weight inside of it.
Are they getting smushed?
Yeah.
No, you'll have wooden wheels on top of you. That's it, and then you'll feel and hear a snap and a pop, almost like a shoulder dislocating, except for, and you might actually get a little bit more room because the arms kind of compress inside, and so they uncompress to be able to walk.
If that's not a signal, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I will say, get it. I'm just to be completely upfront with you, Clyde. Y'all smushed in there as you are with the sheriff. It's more or less like, the rules for like, getting out of something that's eating you. It's basically like full round action to get out of creature. Is kind of what I was thinking. Because
Okay.
you're in like a non-acidic stomach, kind of. Gross as that is. So you said so y'all are just a little bit outside of town to where y'all have gotten past the lights where Cerebell has felt comfortable de-wheeling John. And what are you doing, Clyde?
I would like to try and peek out of these flaps that I am currently in.
Kind of like wriggling.
Yeah.
Roll stealth check for me, why not?
Can I roll perception against that?
Sure.
That is a 22.
Shit.
22. I hate to say it, I'm gonna have to say this with disadvantage because you're under the impression y'all are waiting, so you're not expecting Clyde to get out.
Double 17s, but it still doesn't matter. It's a dirty 20.
Oh, is his perception?
His is at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
was
you were
just
making
thinking,
me roll
nobody's
stealth at
thinking.
disadvantage.
Yeah, no. Your stealth is perfectly fine because I was just thinking disadvantage because this part of the plan wasn't necessarily discussed, and so we're going off of people are assuming all the way back to camp, so they're not looking for you.
Cerebell will say, while like in the moments that it takes for John to rearrange, once we get back to camp, I'd love to show you more of how it was made.
If this is far enough for you to be comfortable. He just kind of gestures at the arms. I assure you, this should be quite far enough. And quite frankly, if all of you are staying well outside of town, I do not recommend it.
The tools of the trade are magnificent, Mr. Humberfield. Trust me.
Roll and you're peeking. I'm gonna say unless you're trying to observe something very specific, I'm not gonna make you roll a perception check, Clyde. You kind of with your 22, you're able to get up enough that you're able to see. You see the backs and hear the voices of Umberfield and Nasri's voice, not as much because this is not something she gives a shit about, but she's just kind of she's there, she's vibing. She's having a
feel
good
like
time.
This is like a cat person crawling out of Artyom's always wet sleeping bag.
I forgot about that sleeping bag. I don't like this. You reminded me. Gross. Just damp. So you're seeing this. Are you doing anything, or what? What do you? I just want to make sure before we proceed.
I am observing and taking stock of the situation and maintaining my cool for the time being.
Okay. Mr. Dochi, could you roll another persuasion check for me? This one is going to be straight.
Straight.
Your advantage is canceling out disadvantage.
Okay. It's not 27.
27.
18.
That's good. I was about to feel rough because number to beat was a dirty 20. So
About 5 or more. Ooh.
yeah. So with a 27, brief does seem a little like ill at ease, but very well. Yes, brief. It's not too late.
Trust me, my friend. We'll have you back in no time.
Guys, walk.
Just imagine it.
The ride gets a lot rougher. It's no
Yeah,
longer.
it's a lot less romantic. Now we're just fucking like.
God, that's awful. After some time, you've got about 15 minutes left on your charm as you guys come pulling up to y'all's camp. You guys comment on its concealed nature. Y'all get here, you begin to disembark. I didn't know what y'all are doing. What is happening here as you guys arrive in camp?
Cerebel will say, "Let me show you my cart," and she'll walk around back and help Mr. King get out, as well as send a command for the cart to, I forget what that's called. It essentially has a poison cloud.
To the noxious cloud? Okay.
Yep.
That will include, if you're helping King out, if you're doing this at the same time, that's going to be Alistair, you, Clyde, the sheriff, and both the hostiles all making the saving throw. Unless the wording of it is it's only creatures that he chooses, or that you choose.
I believe it's creatures I choose. I just need
Double
to check. Also, I'm gonna have to hit y'all with the Zoom real quick because
Nick Merckx, is that you? Nick Merckx plays D&D.
each creature of my
quick,
choice.
Before you decide to start doing that, when it seems like the cart is making a slow or there is a topic in the conversation, if I have an angle on the cart, I don't know how well of a sight that I have out here. When it seems like folks are starting to get ready to disembark, I would like to manifest an echo.
Okay. All right. So you're where are you manifesting an echo? Because it has to be somewhere you can see, and you're currently kind of doing this maneuver, like
Right.
just kind of you've wiggled your little cat head out of the sock or whatever.
Yeah.
You're
So I'd like to manifest it on the edge,
kind of
and then
behind these people.
just behind these people, and then just silently fall off the back of the cart.
You were trying to fall off the back of the cart, or the shadow?
The echo.
The echo. Okay. So echo has fallen down. Cerebel is getting off. I'm gonna go ahead and roll their con saves. I need to know what the DC is, but I am gonna need everybody to immediately roll initiative for this, and of course get Tailspire open, which we're gonna go to a different map than what I thought we were gonna be, but y'all just have to get over it.
The purposes of me saying that is that before stopping, the idea is to manifest an echo and then trade places with it, so that I would be.
That doesn't. So you're not going to be right there. You'll have moved. That does not change the fact that Cerebel basically is initiating combat.
Right. No, I understand that. I was just saying before the cart had stopped, so that my next round or however the actions of combat would be to trade places with it. So I wouldn't be using action economy to swap on the surprise round or whatever it may
Where
be.
we're gonna be, I kind of want y'all to ignore most of the map.
Okay.
Because it's mostly one I downloaded, so just so I could look at it. But it has sand, and it's gonna work. Just ignore the giant ravine in the middle. Nice. So I was like, I'll just read. Nah, we want desert, and I downloaded this nice map, so we might as well. So if everybody could go ahead and get in Tailspire if you are not already, and I'm gonna place your guys's stuff real quick. Got to get a new John.
While you do that, Sarah Bell, when she sends the mental command to do the puff of poison, she'll just say, "Witness who created this card."
Witness me. Oh god, I'm having to create everybody. Guys, one, two. Is that all my player characters? Callie, Belle, Geist, Clyde.
I'm still at the D's screen.
Same.
Good.
Me too.
Good.
I
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing someone.
It's so bright.
It is very bright. I will have to change the sun.
It's daytime.
Oh shit, you guys are in there. Charm Parson lasted a long ass time.
Whoa, look at that bridge.
I said ignore the ravine and the bridge, all right?
Listen, this is kind of bumpy. You said it was flat.
You don't have Cody in there, Ian.
Yes, the
Ready, where
flat,
are you?
the flat ravine.
I am loading in. I'm now at waiting on GM's.
Load faster.
Covinge.
So, oh boy.
We kind of
Oh,
position
boy.
ourselves before this kicks off.
Yeah,
I was saying
see-
this is kind of where y'all are at. So I kind of dropped the lot of you around the cart. The other three of you all got to kind of move yourselves elsewhere.
I can't see anything.
Europe.
Too dark.
Me either, and I can't see me.
Yeah, I can't see any of my characters. I don't think I have ownership of anything.
I don't see
it
me over on the left.
Did it
Yes.
unplayer permission you? It did. Whack. Prosm.
Demi.
Me too. I think it did everybody.
It did 100%. I have to also cross them.
I'll help you.
I
out.
also
I
don't
just did
see
Stacy.
myself on here either.
Yep. Yeah, none of y'all had possession of your folks.
Right, but
Oh,
I
they're
also. Oh, there we are. Okay.
Yeah. That's to say, like you're not gonna be able to see anything because it basically fogged the floor until you have possession. And we need a. What are we gonna do for these guys? I want to use some of these other weirdo models. So this is gonna be Nasri. And yeah, that seems like that's gonna be. Or I mean, there are actual Dragonborn models, aren't there?
Yes,
I
there's
should
a
do
black
that, shouldn't
Dragonborn
I?
model.
I
Dragonborn
think there's
model,
also
I
a
believe.
bugbear.
I
Yeah.
suppose.
There is also a bugbear.
Fine.
As cool as the reptile football player.
Don't be such a hater, all right? Y'all like fuck you guys, all right?
It's like, I want to use cyberpunk minis.
I want to use them.
Then do a cyberpunk campaign. God damn it!
No, that's Jones's bag.
Spoilers.
That's not a spoiler. Fucking the Shadow God. Can everybody see? Is this visible on stream while being clear that it is nighttime?
I already changed up the
Okay, you changed it on you. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm
Cool.
I'm gonna have to forego the glasses for this combat. It is very dark. I cannot see.
Oh man, we need some music. Oh, that's ambient. That's not what I want. There we go. I'm gonna play ambush because it's one of those like, the shoe is on the other foot. It is you who are ambushing. All right. So it is only creatures of your choice. This
DC.
will break the charm, will it not?
Let's. I will tell you. In
Do
a
anything
second.
harmful to it? Is what it
Poison's
says.
not harmful. It's just a status effect.
It's poison.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
charm. So yes, it will drop the charm.
This will drop the charm. Okay, so
Black
that
dragons
is a
are
Constitution saving throw, right?
Yep.
What is your DC?
12.
acid. Green dragons are poison. Black dragons are acid. So maybe it might work.
We've already established he has resistance to poison.
Well, fuck.
Mhm.
Does not come from his lineage. Okay, yeah. Fax is not poisoned. And then,
She's already poisoned.
yeah, she is already poisoned. So she failed her save, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, she's poisoned until her next turn, and also
Nice.
8 hours.
Oh boy. What a goodly time. You know, I've never actually used the initiative thing. How do I add? Oh, I can.
You just
Oh yeah, I
click
was
on
supposed
folks.
to roll that.
Oh. Cool.
Nice.
All right. Where's my fucking iPad? Uh-oh. This is fine. We'll work this out. I'll do this way. This is okay. All right, everybody. I don't know if you've already rolled. If you have, sorry.
Sorry, what?
I actually rolled pretty well. No, if y'all were waiting on me.
Oh, I
All
rolled
right,
initiative
so-
already.
Yeah, if you've already, I figured. 25 to 20?
23.
Nice.
23. Very nice.
22.
23, 22. Y'all three, I do need y'all to move yourselves. I know Geist said he was like 100 foot away. I don't know how close you two were following. So if y'all want to kind of maneuver yourselves. So 23, 22, 20 to 15.
Oh, 11.
Oh.
Oh, no, sorry. That's not
No.
20 to 15. That is
No.
below. That is below.
Okay, that 20 to 15, and that was my only. Nobody had. All right.
Sorry, 16. I was moving my character.
16. What's your dex?
19. Jesus Christ.
19. Where the fuck is Geist? There you are. You get to switch places with this guy. All right. And then, okay, 15. So you're a 6. And then I had an 11 for
Yeah.
Miss Bell.
Bill. Yeah.
13 for Alistair.
And a 13 for Alistair. So y'all will swap. And then Sarah Bell bringing up the rear. Oh, we need a doggy. I almost forgot your doggy. I'm so sorry. Also, I still have the fucking, in my infinite wisdom, I still have the music from the saloon music going. So, we out here. And there you go, Miss Bell. You now have Gus right there next to you. Okay. Apply turn order. So, I'm not going to say you're surprised because you were squaring up for this. Clyde, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Well, it is going to take a hot minute for my little echo there to get it. All right, is this map accurate, or are they still sitting on the top of the?
I've got them. They're like on the top of the cart. I'm just
Okay. I would wiggle over here. And I would take all of the bullet shots at at Mrs. Bugbear here, and
Okay.
with an action surge, and also give her a claw. Her little
Alright.
Echo Knight hand.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll
All
those
right.
attacks.
Does a 16 hit?
Hit.
Okay. So that's a 20. That's a 16. That is a natural 20.
Let's go.
And then a 12. That's also another 19.
Okay.
And
Give me those. Give me the damage numbers one at a time.
one at a time.
Mhm.
Okay. And then the claw is 26. Or no, actually.
I thought you already
think
gave me 4 attacks.
It's a claw, and then
Claw, main action attack, offhand attack, action surge, other main action attack. There should only be 4 attacks.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah. Okay.
You only get 2 offhand attacks.
That's right.
Buckaroo.
All right. So let's get this damage real quick. So the first gunshot hit, it's a 6 and an 8 for 14 plus 5, so 19.
Okay.
The second one is a 7 and a 6 for 18.
Okay.
And were we doing crits differently? Okay. So let me roll 4 of these then. That is an 8, an 8, a 5, and a 3. So 3 8s, so 20, so 29.
29. Ow.
And then a claw attack for 6.
Okay. So 6. Oh, I had to do some more. Ow. You smack. You just bang, 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 claw, and almost immediately doesn't go down. Very nearly does. Definitely in bloodied territory. Like just pulls all through the back of this giant claw on there. Yell of pain. Jesus Christ.
And then Clyde will call out to Fax. The only reason you're not getting shot in the neck like the same you did her is because I need you to talk.
My off-turn words will be, "Stand behind me, my dear. We're being attacked."
Oh man. Okay.
And then I will move to stand behind the back of John. I don't know if the fog cloud or the poison cloud or anything gives any kind of cover or anything like that,
It's
but
just,
No, but John does.
John does give cover. All right.
that's my turn.
And your turn. Callie. That brings us to you, my dear.
I sigh deeply that this was probably not part of the plan. But
Oh,
like,
this was exactly the plan.
well, everything
Nice
was all
woman.
wonky, and it doesn't matter. Callie likes Mr. King's style, so she pulls out her hunting rifle, and touches her little emblem to do a divine smite and aims it at the bugbear.
Okay.
So.
My camera.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Great.
Go ahead and subtract your spell slot. You don't have to roll damage.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think. I'm pretty sure if you're rolling divine smite, because that's what 2d10 plus your dex plus
Yes,
how
it
many
would be-
d4s?
2d10 plus 3 plus 2d4s.
Yeah. I technically you could fuck this up. Actually, roll damage. You
Okay.
could-
Yeah.
It's possible. Highly unlikely.
Okay.
Let me roll if you roll anything but ones.
Let's see. I rolled 14 14 plus 3 for piercing damage, so 17 piercing damage,
All right,
and
you're good. You're already
okay.
done. 5 hit points. You just had to make sure you didn't roll all ones so that you would get past DR.
Cool.
Fucking immediately loading up. Boom. Okay. Bugbear down.
Great. And then I'm gonna move.
Not instant dead, but definitely down.
I'm gonna move my full 30 feet in this direction on the other side of the.
Hmm.
Take cover
And
behind Al.
yeah, my hope was that like if there's a rock or something, I don't know. I'm just trying to get a little bit of partial, but if not, then that's fine. I'm not worried about it too much. That's where I will end my turn.
All right, ending your turn. That brings us to facts.
Do we not get a surprise round?
I was trying to decide how to rule that because you just kind of initiated combat, which, as far as I was aware, I mean, I guess that could have been the plan. Yeah,
I thought
sure.
the plan was to bring them there and
I thought the plan. My understanding had been the plan was to come there, question them, and then kill them, not immediate murder. But that could be incorrect. Y'all are that's on y'all. That was what that had been my assumption. That's what it sounded like to me. If that's not the case, speak.
I was definitely under the assumption that we only needed one to question. That was my intent. You know, how about this? Can we leave it to like an insight check or something? Because she could have very well caught me off guard with that.
That was just my understanding of it. Is it sounded like that was not the intent, especially since y'all were all standing there without being positioned. But that is y'all's plan. This is up to y'all.
I would say if it's going to be left up to checks, it would probably be a perception check for Geist because he's been following. He can't hear, so he's like waiting to see.
I'd say Geist is probably in a unique position of he has to just be constantly ready to fire.
Well, it's also not if we're surprised. It's if he's surprised, right? So
right. Well, I was gonna say basically Sarah Bell would have gotten a surprise round if y'all were also surprised, and then this would have just been getting into the start of initiative.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I would vote in favor of that just because I it also caught me off guard, like just in all honesty.
Is that
well?
That's one vote.
That's why I'm leaving it up to a vote. What's that?
I agree.
Okay.
I would like a check for it of some kind since I was watching for scrappage, but if not, I will go with the.
I mean, you can roll a perception check.
Like
Again, this isn't
Bell
for
is
us
like
being
40 feet.
surprised. This is for him not being surprised. So that we.
Well, like I said,
don't get
this is for you guys being surprised because it's basically saying if y'all were also surprised,
yeah.
the only
Sorry.
person who got a surprise round would have been the person who initiated the combat, which
Right.
would have been Sarah Bell.
Right, that's my view.
And then we would have been just going into the start of combat since Sarah Bell was last in initiative.
A 22 on that perception check.
22 seems plenty high to me. Would you have targeted the Bugbear or the Dragonborn first? Because basically you would have gone before Clyde did. You're muted. Or maybe not. God damn it. It's fucking sideways.
Rules are fucky.
Yeah, make an attack.
Do we know which one we were intending to?
Well, you know the plan wasn't for there to be a bugbear with us, and
You knew the plan was for there to be a Dragonborn.
Oh yeah, you just fucking shot the bugbear.
oh, well,
Okay, Callie, would you like to redact
I'm not-
your attack roll to
How's
target somebody
this?
else?
I don't want to steal the thunder from Kent in hindsight. So DM, if you
You could not have one shot her. So Clyde would have been able to get the kill. I mean, Clyde probably would have gotten the kill instead. One of the two of you would have killed her. And this is would Callie have fired the killing blow or not?
Okay.
Which she did not, because it's fucking mathematically impossible for you to fuck to this.
I'm guessing a 24 hits.
Yeah, 24 would hit.
Okay, it's an auto crit. So
Yeah, so that don't even bother rolling. Between the damage we already know Clyde would have done, and then your damage, she had 5 health, 5 hit points was all you had to account for.
I just want to roll damage.
Sure, roll it. With that knowledge, Callie, would you have changed your attack, or what would you have done?
I would have.
A little bit of revisionism here.
Yeah, if I would have seen that the bugbear was downed, my next goal would have been to. I would have moved.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. I need to get. Yeah, I would have gotten closer.
42 points of damage.
Very nice.
Gosh darn it! Come on, friend. Oh, it's not my turn right now, so I can't move.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go.
No, it's
There
okay.
you go.
It's just like I can't feel like oof, goodness, because I don't remember exactly where I was at, but I was like roughly around here, I think. So I need to make 30.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
You just would have made a beeline.
Yeah, so I would have gone maybe.
Or kind of that away. Okay.
Yeah, because then I would then have done my 10 feet away from this dragon guy. Oh, not. Well, actually, the angles are all wonky here. Cannot see. Okay. So from base to base. Oh, that is 10 feet. Buddy, okay. So instead, I would have bonus actioned my Vow of Enmity on the Dragonborn.
Very nice.
So I get
Marked with
advantage on all of my attacks against him.
Yes.
And yeah, I would still be using my hunting rifle with my Divine Smite.
Okay.
So, would you like me to?
I mean, quite
reroll?
frankly, I'm not. I don't want to rob you of your attack roll because you could have kept the attack roll that initially hit. So if you just want to roll an extra, just see if you got a nat 20.
Okay. Which I did not.
Okay.
So 14. So that was because my dice are still here. So 17 piercing damage, and then that would have been 4 radiant damage as
So
that-
total of 21.
yeah, it's like as that white hot magic coats my barrel and hits him.
Very nice. So instead, shooting the piss out of the fucking Dragonborn.
And
Very nice.
oh, I can't move any more than that. I was gonna say, I was like, and kind of tuck myself behind John, but that's just for flavor. I can't move any more than what I've done. That's all my movement. So.
All right. So this changes things a smidge because Dragonborn giant bullet came from the hills. Then they're not actual hills because there aren't actual hills. This is
Flat.
we out here. Improvised map. Okay.
Do I get my surprise round?
Now your surprise round was John. That's what you said you
John-
did. You said you got him out of the cart and you had John do the thing.
So
Right. You initiated. So what you did
King-
then was your surprise round.
Hmm.
That's what you were doing.
King jumped out of the cart, so I could not have taken King out of the cart.
Revise what
I
you would have done.
would
instead.
have taken the sheriff out of the cart,
Okay.
and then ordered John to do that.
Very nice. I did forget about the sheriff. My apologies. Where is he?
He in the cart.
No. I'm looking for.
John's birthed
Oh, no, that's
another
the-
gunslinger.
This guy's not a gunslinger. He's a spell slinger. Different.
Excuse me.
What the fuck? Oh. See why? Ah! Why can't I find a fucking? You know what, man? He's just gonna have to be somebody that I choose.
Make him the
because-
cyberpunk guy.
Jesus Christ.
Sure, why not? Except he's the law, so
He's a cyber law.
he's this guy. Hold on. He's right there.
Hell yeah.
I am the law.
The person has a ponytail. And they are so tall.
It's a cyber ponytail.
Y'all like this one better? This is the other gunslinging, gun-wielding law enforcer model.
Christ.
Whoop.
The
He's
fashion
down
here
here.
in Picton is wild.
You have 10 seconds to comply. What was his initiative? It was a number. I lost his stats. He was in here somewhere. Whoop. Whoop. He was somewhere in here. Whoop. All right, there we go. Okay, here we are. Sweet Christ. Things confusing. Okay, he got shot. That hurted pretty fucking bad. How big is 20 feet? My circle. Woo!
Is he trying to move away?
I think he's casting fireball.
What?
Not quite. He is gonna move away first, actually.
I'm gonna slap him.
Roll an attack.
Does 15 hit?
15 hits, yeah.
Okay.
What's that damage?
It's just a claw. It's a max damage claw
Nice.
for 11.
Ow. That hurted. Definitely isn't feeling well. He does see you, and as he kind of pulls away, we should have been more thorough, clearly. And once he gets this way, I don't know if anybody speaks Draconic. I'm not going to pretend to try to make sense. He fucking, this harsh, kind of guttural, scratching language. I was going to cast a spell. And all of a sudden, you guys can't see all of these folks right here. As y'all are, how do I make a fucking bubble permanent?
I got you.
AoE marker done. As you are surrounded by darkness and freezing cold, and the sounds of whispers and little in the darkness.
You get me back for Saturday? Is that what this is?
I know that spell.
You do know that spell.
Quick question. So is this fully blinded, or like does my blind sight count?
I mean, your blind sight would work, but you can only. What is the range on your blind sight?
It's only 10 feet. I'm just
Yeah. So I mean,
Planning.
you can see you can like discern the people next to you. You can discern the sheriff. You can discern, right?
got it. All right.
Righty. And that's his movement, that's his action, that's all he can really do. Oh, and before the darkness surrounds you guys, you would have seen darkness engulf his form as he appears to take on like almost he was already a black dragonborn, but like a almost emerald light shown in his eyes, and the darkness running his clothes and his scales and everything just deepens and seems to like drip off of him. Okay, nice. All right. Ending his turn. That will then bring us back around to Geist.
He is not within the darkness, is he?
No. He moved off toward like away, directly away and then cast it. That's yeah.
I'm trying to struggle to see where he is at. Oh, okay, I found him.
God's
I do not
shot.
have line of sight.
That was his intent. Yes. He knew there was a shot from that way, so he moved away from where the shot came that got the bugbear, and then cast the spell.
Well,
You can
why are you
move.
not showing me stuff? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
You do have legs. They have not been removed
do.
yet.
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 Keyword.
Operative word.
Right.
Yeah. Hey man, weird shit happens. Now, you never
I
know.
absolutely
Sometimes
hate
it's an arm,
using,
sometimes it's a leg, sometimes it's both your legs.
absolutely hate using the
your
frickin'
arm.
arrow keys to move. Gonna move up there. And I will hold action to shoot him when he, or if and when he becomes visible to me again.
Reminder, this is okay, so you do not have, I mean, is the bubble still between you at the start?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Let me. You know what?
Can't
I
you-
would love
can't-
to be
You're
wrong.
a rogue, right? Can't you move as a bonus action?
Oh, I can.
And remember
Oh,
that things are relative, like they're not as hilly as this map makes it appear to be.
You know
This
what,
is a cool map, though. I do want to use this for something because I like it. It's a big old ravine and the giant bridge.
I wouldn't say
I
that's a
actually
giant bridge.
can see him, but I'm gonna move a
The
little.
bridge
just so-
itself is it's long. It is single file.
The dangerous bridge.
Dangerous bridge. There are also ginormous gaps between the planks. I don't know if you see how big the gaps are, but it's not. It is not safe. Not
All
OSHA
right,
compliant.
I can in fact see him with that bonus action move, so I'm gonna shoot him.
No, you don't.
I
Oh
don't?
wait, no, you do because you still have the repeating thing on it. Never mind.
Yep.
Woo! Artificer. Yeah.
You're welcome.
That single-handedly makes Geist.
Speaking of
ridiculous.
Artificer, that is not a 21, that is a 22. That hit.
That does hit, yeah. Remember, AC, not good in this game.
Oh yeah, I forgot. No, I did not remember.
Also, he's a spellcaster.
Oh,
That
I'm
is
also
not
rolling the
an
wrong dice. Rolling
Oh, wait.
D10s, not a D12.
Homie better cast shield. He's about to get a lot more where that's coming from.
Shield would not make him be able to block at 21 or 22.
Be 43 points of damage.
43?
Yes.
That's it? Do you get sneak attack?
Does he know where I am? Like, can he
You're
see
not
me?
stealth. You either have to have advantage or be stealth, right? Or he has to be within 5 feet of an ally.
That's right. That's right. Let me subtract that real quick. $37.
37. 37. Jesus Christ. You got 30. How'd you get 37 off of 2d12?
How did I get? I rolled a
Yeah.
12 and a 10 for damage
That's
off the
22.
rifle.
So 27? Is that what you meant? Or are you also
Yes.
sharpshooter? Okay. Do you?
Oh
have
yes, I
sharpshooter?
was also sharpshootering. Yes.
Which
Yes, so it is
would be
37.
4 more damage. Which would be
All right,
31.
it's not 10. It's not 10.
Correct.
That's right.
We out here.
Let me.
We out here balancing feats.
I wrote that into my notes incorrectly. Let me fix that before we go any
So-
further.
So 29 damage is the total, or 31. I'm sorry. Ow. Which fucking else does he have? That darkness disappears. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Barely, or no, it probably will still, but it's not an auto. 29. Okay. Ow. And what would the DC on that be? Would that be 15? DC 16 concentration check?
For 31 damage?
Ow. That shit hurted. He can make it. He can make it. And he does. Fucking with a dirty 20 on his concentration check. He gets shot, and guys, I mean, you've got your scope and everything, and you see him, that drippiness, like, just falls off of him. And he falls to one knee as this giant, like, crater in his upper pectoral region. But he's up. Barely, but he's up. Is that it for your turn?
As my move, my action, my bonus action, my other extra super bonus action. Yeah, I'm good.
Fucking ow. He said, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. Maybe not, probably not for very long. But oh boy, he's trying. But this is immediate. 2d6 cold. Boop. 7. Dear God. Oh no, this guy. It is, to clarify for everybody as I make noises to myself, it is Brett Walden's turn.
Law enforcement.
Hell yeah, brother. I am the law. Which, yeah, you have to cut me some slack. He was really, like, disconcerted getting out of the cart. So he was like, whoa, what's going on? And he is going to try to move out of the darkness. What is he? So he's only got 15 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15 is just able to get out. Oh,
So
golly gee.
what's the movement speed penalty? How does that work
Half.
for the spell? It's just your
It's
movement speed is
difficult terrain.
halved while you're inside of it. Okay.
Yep, it's difficult terrain while you are in it. And y'all shared the whole plan with Walden, right?
Sure.
I mean, he
Like
was
that
there
you
when we-
wanted him alive, right?
Yeah, he was there when
Yeah.
we were making it. So.
Well, he was asleep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For
I forgot
that.
he just went to
As I
nap.
was saying, he was
I
trying to
feel
get
like-
that long rest in, man.
I feel like I've had plenty of time inside
I just wanted to make sure
the
that it
womb
was
to let
shared
him
with
know what the
does,
plans
however,
are.
He's not 100% on who this guy was. So let's see. And see, he had 15. He's mostly out. What do we say? Half the base, right? For them to still be affected.
Mhm.
So he's going to use his action to dash. 10, 20, 25, 30. Turn. Sees this guy. You see him bring up his little pistol wand.
Oh shit.
Says, you're gonna be answering questions tonight. And you see a lance of this kind of pinkish energy run down the wand and go towards him, and Umberphil collapses, asleep.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
I guess they ain't dark no more.
No, it is not dark anymore. Quicken spell be like that.
Oh fuck! You got quicken spell. Holy shit!
We're out of combat now.
I guess that's break time? Question mark.
Yeah, and as this dude falls asleep, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick bio. Recommend you do the same, but leave your computer where it is because we'll be right back to do more D&D. They're gonna question this guy. It's gonna be tons of fun. They'll play patty cake, give him some hot chocolate. Very wholesome. But we'll be back here shortly. Bye, kind of. See you soon.
See you soon.
I can't really say that in the same tone of voice, can I? See you soon. No, it doesn't work. And hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. How are you? We're back again. These folks, presumably the same. I don't know. Fucking invasion of the body snatchers. Everybody starts just screeching and pointing at people mysteriously. You know? Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Anyway, we're gonna play some more D&D of the whispering in the dust type. Not sure what word I was searching for there. Variety. There we go. But if you were not here, out into the dark outskirts of town, like pretty far away, and killed the shit out of one, and the other was just knocked out by their ally, Sheriff Walden. Yeah, and I mean, they're pretty far away. As we rejoin ourselves as the dust settles, guns are still loud. Just as, especially ones that do 2d12 damage. So as we rejoin, there is brief adrenaline, just enough for everyone's adrenaline to get pumping. Gunpowder fresh in the air. Slightly icy sand where you guys stood, but no damage to any of you except for Brett, who just looks a little freezer burnt. What are y'all doing?
Getting back to the group now.
Taking the bugbear's body off to the side.
Yeah, Belle and Gus will join the group because we were just coming up.
Cerebel's going on her own.
I'm gonna walk up to the Dragonborn and tie him up real good like, and
Roll survival
look
check
over.
for me.
We doing the same thing. I'm aiding her.
Did
A what?
Survival check with advantage.
Okay.
And what was that, Mr. Dotry? Okay.
That's an 18 survival.
18. Okay. I forgot to find the whereabouts of my iPad again, so we're just going to take notes the old-fashioned way. He is trust.
Great.
Anybody else?
Alistair's gonna take off his dress shirt and his tie. And just
We're
hang
leaving
it.
the vest on.
No, the vest is coming off as well. He has much like what we saw Cody in earlier. He has like a white tank underneath an undershirt, and he just hangs it up. And he was gonna walk over to the bugbear.
Okay. Go over to the bugbear, where Cerebel is in the process of dragging the bugbear somewhere. You said you're taking her off elsewhere.
John, what it would look like, John would grab onto one leg of the bugbear and just drag it, probably a little bit out of sight, and not too far. But Cerebel would also check the body for anything before she begins the ritual.
Okay. I mean, easy enough to say. I mean, the bugbear was wearing armor, had a great axe on her back that she had brought with her, a couple hand axes, some money, no guns, no bullets because she didn't use them. But she didn't have like her pack or anything with her. She just had the standard fare.
I didn't
Probably
realize you were taking the bugbear off to kill her. I will not be doing that then, and I'll join them over at Fax with Fax.
Still tank top in it.
No, still fully clothed at this point.
Okay.
I would not have done that.
Oh,
no.
Chippendales.
Puts the shirt and everything. Okay.
Oh, Chippendale. He's got the cuffs on still.
Goodness.
Y'all wondered where my charisma came from. I'm about to show you.
Honey.
In the background, you just hear.
He's like, I'm the good cop.
Goodness. No.
Don't worry, I'll get him to talk. Watch this.
He just pulls the fence up.
Snappy
Make it stop! Make it stop!
The bugbear was a little skint in the money front. She only had 7 gold, 2 silver, and 3 copper, like on her person. If you were shaking her down, she had the equivalent of a breastplate on, armor-wise, like thick worked leather, basically in panels that has thinner sheets of metal, basically sewn inside of it so that it doesn't rub and rasp against each other. But
Okay.
yeah, and a great axe. The great axe looks nice.
Okay. Just very quickly, the party would probably hear off in the distance chanting for about 10 minutes, mixed with laughter, and then just a quick bonfire after it's all done.
Okay.
Bonfire.
Sarah Bell returned with blood on her hands and on her dress.
So we have a little bit of time.
Right. While that's y'all hear that going on in the background.
This will be important. Actually, I'll say this in character. I'll say, this will be important for him to hear.
1 second. I keep almost forgetting about the sheriff. I don't think he really has to roll a perception check. He doesn't do anything for
I turn to Mr. King and go, Mr. King, I do believe this gentleman should be talked to by you, as long as you don't kill him too quick. After all, we do need to know information.
Because I rolled a natural 1 on that insight check. And from his mouth, he has no clue where your wife is either. He said he's being paid to look and hunt for her.
He said he's paid to be looking hunting for
Your wife.
give a name.
He said a tabaxi necromancer, and in my travels, your wife is the only one that I've come across that fits that description.
I am sure we can ask him again, though. Doesn't hurt.
Quite certainly. He's nice and stable, right?
Slap the shit out of him.
He's just sleeping.
He is indeed just asleep.
Backhand cat paw.
Has anyone hold on, has anyone de-equipped him yet?
I tied him up.
Yeah,
I
we
assumed he
tied.
wouldn't have his staff.
The staff
guns
would not
on
be
his
in his
person
grasp
and stuff
anymore.
like that.
Yeah,
Take
the staff
guns
is
away.
removed.
If he's
Yeah,
got
staff.
pouches with various weird things in them, they'd no longer be on him.
Yeah, spell component pouches. Yeah, his spell component pouch and all that fun stuff. He also has money on him. And he does have a gun. he does have a revolver.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think if we tied him up real good, that means we're also pulling anything and everything that he could possibly use. Yeah.
Priority number 1 for Geist when he comes jogging up out of the fucking desert, just like de-stuff him. Don't want you having access to any of that now, just in case you find your way out of those ropes.
Right. I don't think he will.
You don't think he will, but you always need to account for the things you don't expect them to be able to do. Have a backup plan, and then a backup plan for your backup plan.
Mr. King, do you want to wake him?
Smack him.
Let's smack the sheriff has stood kind of a little ways away from y'all's circle. Did y'all? Y'all told the plan. Did y'all debrief him on what you wanted these guys for?
I would have let him know, in while in John. We had plenty of time to chat.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. See if he needed to ask questions. Smack Dragonborn. He just kind of looks very. I was about to say, like, he doesn't look pale because he's covered in scales. It's not like he looks like. It's hard to visibly tell that he's lost a lot of blood. I mean, there is this giant gaping crater in this region from getting shot by Geist, but yeah.
I mean, you can look pallid and have scales, right?
I don't think, but the scales themselves don't change color. So
Right.
it's probably like, where skin shows, like around his eyes and his mouth and everything look paler. I don't assume anybody here is an expert in Dragonborn physiology. He looks
So says
unwell.
I have knowledge Dragonborn as a skill, actually.
That's crazy. You
That's-
fail. But
Yeah.
he wakes up, firmly trust. Is definitely delirious a little bit from blood loss.
What'd you do with her?
You guys self kind of look. Is everybody minus Sarah Bell kind of participating in this? Kind of sitting around.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Kind of glances around. Like, delirious as he may be, does not look intimidated. Like, at all. Who?
2 weeks ago or so, the Tabaxi girl. At my farm, after you killed my boy.
Raises an eyebrow. Looks over, sees Alistair. I told your friend we haven't found her yet. We are looking for her, though. Mind pointing me in the right direction?
You shot her in the throat while she was casting a spell at you.
He shrugs.
I am going to stick my entire paw into the big thing in his shoulder.
Ow.
And then
That's actually a better idea
extend
than what I was
claws.
going to do.
and twist.
Mr.
Okay.
Vex, and I'll kneel down beside him.
Trying to decide whether that deals damage or not. I feel like it does.
Okay.
Oh, I hope it does.
He has 2 hit points. He falls unconscious again.
Great. I take
What?
one of my
Oh, no.
lay on hands and like flick him in the face and go, Mr. Vax, I do hope that you
Mm.
start to cooperate.
That's creative. I'm impressed.
Where is Mr. King's wife?
Roll an intimidation check for me.
Okay. Because it's not an attack roll, but it is my vow of enmity. Can I use an advantage? Can I use my advantage on this?
Negatory.
Okay.
Could- Could I
Uh,
give her advantage by
I was-
assisting the intimidate check?
You can give her advantage to make it a straight roll.
Okay.
At least for the moment. I'm gonna be very, like, to be upfront with you to make sure that that makes any kind of sense. I basically rolled him a morale check and he rolled a nat 20. He
Okay.
is
Okay.
feeling sturdy at the moment.
Okay. My intimidation is a +6, and I rolled an 18 on the die.
Very nice.
And so I, just to prove a point, I'm gonna, you're gonna tell us, Mr. King, Mr. Vax, where Mr. King's wife is. And just to prove a point, I'm gonna take my dagger from my sleeve and slit his throat, and then use another point of my lay on hands, and go, I can do this all night long. So you will tell Mr. King where his beloved wife is. Do you understand?
That's me.
He's like, oh,
To
yeah,
clarify.
no big deal.
Oh, man, that fixed a
very
crick
good
in my
check.
neck. I had that for a long time.
Woo! I feel so much better.
Turn that into persuasion check real quick.
At advantage.
It looks a little more shook. Definitely like this is a new experience. And yet you intend to kill me anyway. He just looks at
Oh.
looks at King and just like
Geist will kind of hold up a hand to King and lean down and whisper to him, making sure he's like, he's got his nicer clothes showing, all gentlemanly. Whisper into his ear. I've got something that he wants very, very badly. If you cooperate with us, I'm the only one here who can guarantee get to walk away from this. Worst case scenario, I have a draught that can fake your death. I have things I want here too. You want me on your side. And then I'm gonna kind of step away before he gets
I'm
an
assuming
opportunity.
that's a deception check.
Oh, 100%. I was like,
Okay.
Tell me when I come back. Ian.
You said it's 10
24.
minutes, so they've got a little bit of conversation time. What's that
Sorry.
check, guys?
24.
You're 24. Very nice. Good God. He looks suspicious, but considering.
To cap it off, kind of cut his eyes over at King and don't worry, it's some private matter.
Unfortunately for you, I do not have in my possession.
Clearly.
This is the part where you bargain with information that you do have.
Correct. She's being held on my continued assistance.
Where?
Location is what we're going for here.
This guy holds up his bound hands. Give and take.
You've taken enough. You're going to do a whole lot of giving before you get anything. And it's not really a discussion that you can have.
If I have already disclosed the nature of my gift.
Alistair's going to speak up and say, Mr. Humberfield, I have already befuddled your mind one time this evening. Do not think it is beyond me doing it one more. I will pull what I need from you one bit at a time, no matter how painful. He knows he was charmed. As soon as the charm person ended, he knew
Right.
I charmed him. So
Very well, the mayor's house. Underground.
Mayor's house under guard. Where? What floor? How many guards?
I was trusted to know where she was, not enough to give me and my companions an opportunity to perhaps extricate her and leave.
What's her purpose? Why'd you take her?
It looks over at Alistair. I am a bounty hunter.
I want to do an insight check on where he said she was. He's already shown himself to be a liar.
Oh yeah, sure. Roll
I would like to do the same.
While they're doing that, Geist will say, nature of our negotiation depends upon turn situation.
16.
A lie now does not behoove you for that.
So y'all were both insight checking the location, right?
Yeah.
That seems to be telling the truth.
Now, Mr. Fax, you're not from here. Where are you
Neither are
from?
you.
Mm-hmm. You know who I am?
Money was not offered for you, but yes.
Then you know what I'm capable of.
That's why we meant to leave you dead. But clearly we fucked it up.
I'd
You're
say you
not very
did.
good at it.
I'd say you did pretty big. So, you know that I'm more than capable of getting her by force, if needs be.
He just waits for you to continue.
I like to be able to do this peaceably.
What I know of you, that I do not believe.
That's fair. But stayed out of people's business for a long time now, until you come and rustled shit up. So,
He just waits.
Was your intent here just to provide your quarry and be out, or is there a reason why you've been staying put here?
My quarry is otherwise detained. Can't leave
Right.
without her.
And why is your core detained and not in your guard or keep?
My continued cooperation with the Worm Riders.
To what extent?
He thinks for a moment.
While he's thinking, I'm just gonna simply say, you keep giving fucking answers. I have to start asking more questions for, and I'm gonna make her heal you from back to death a lot more fucking times than that. My patience is growing real thin.
Did say she could do it all night. That's like a lot.
It's a couple times.
And I'm just gonna rest my already well bloody paw in the big gaping wound.
So it's no need for that
Just tell a story right now.
story. They wished for my assistance, and to secure it, they made sure that they had what I wanted. Or, yes, I wanted. My companions. He listens for a moment.
So Silver
No
Shot.
longer among the living.
So Silver Shot, what? Somehow took your bounty away from you to make you do something for him?
We were employed to assist along the way since our locations were aligned.
And did he give you our location?
No, we had found you already.
And does he know who she is?
It's kind of, we had not discussed the details of the bounty, simply that she was wanted by someone wealthy back on the main continent in Osticia.
Mm-hmm. Can we like throw another insight out there real quick? Oh, that's a 19. 16 plus 3, let's go.
Still, so far, seems like he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Y'all were really well on your deception and persuasion and things, so. And he does like being alive.
Just OOC real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying here. He's saying that Silver Shot's keeping.
Yeah, he's saying that she is being basically held captive so that, he won't leave.
Gotcha.
Our assistance was supposed to be secured until our quarry was attained, and he had what he wanted.
What does he
He
want?
changed his mind. Kind of glances around. He looks at Belle. I presume that, and actually, let me see. I want to see something. He looks at Belle and he looks over at Callie and kind of twists his head a little bit and kind of squints at her. Two folks from Crystal Grit would only be here because they know what he took already.
We know he took something valuable from Mr. Sinclair, but we also have joined up here with Mr. King, and frankly, it would be...
You asked what he wanted, and that is what he got. Where he intends to go with it from here, I do not know. He seems to be sitting awfully close to
So
Crystal
what-
Grit.
What, your hired muscle? That's it? No magic using? You don't got anything to do with them dreams?
That was going to be what I was about to ask.
Do not know the source of the dreams exactly. There's a creature somewhere.
You think Sinclair does?
I do not know the man. I'd
What
say
about-
that
A little
he
suspicious,
is
though.
ruthlessly efficient.
What about? Go ahead.
What was that, guys?
I said that seems a little bit of suspicious, right? So
I
we've
agree.
got
I wish to be gone,
weird
but here I am.
stuff going on in the town, and there's covert shenanigans,
had the
for lack of a better word.
Experience.
Yes, we've had the dreams.
Creature that you inhabit. It's here. Somewhere.
We're where?
Really. Then it is extremely foolish of you to be out here so far in the dark.
Go out
You made
here
it
with us.
necessary.
Yes. Against my better judgment, as you had enthralled me.
I want to look on the inside of his jacket really quickly. Does he have the serpent insignia that we saw back in town?
No.
Okay.
He does not.
Does Silver Shot seem to have anything to do with these dreams?
He just kind of he's actually. Hold on, let me actually roll. I'll roll him an Arcana check.
I was about to say, if this motherfucker just shrugs, that's another point of fucking lay on hands. I don't know.
Silvershot himself, I don't think so. Whatever this creature is, it seems from what little we have seen of it, seems to be the same from the dreams. I do
Right.
not know if it causes them or something else is, but
That doesn't
time
line up, though, does it?
What doesn't?
What he's telling us, because the sheriff, they were attacked because the sheriff told them to, leave because the
They
dream
said
started with
the
what
nightmares and things had started sometime after they arrived, after they arrived in town, and that he figured that the timing was suspicious, so they must have to go.
Yeah.
And then he got shot and has been hiding for a couple of days.
So we know that Silvershot knows what it is at the very least. Silvershot brought it here.
Silvershot arrived, and then the nightmares and this creature seemed to have arrived around the same time.
Gotcha.
How long Silvershot been in town? Kind of turn to the sheriff for the question as well.
Him and his gang have been here for about a week, a little over a week, not quite two. Which that lines up with with y'all's travel time and things, since y'all know that they were ahead of you.
Okay. So they all kind of arrived to this town at the same time?
They arrived as a group, it seems.
Okay. All right. And so it's just a coincidence that all y'all arrived in town and together, and now these dreams are happening.
As I said, I've not examined the creature. It was snagged some stragglers on our way here, and has made some probing ventures to the edge of town. Been warded off. Silvershot is either afraid to leave or he's waiting for something. I don't know which. He is not shared.
I see.
So, we've got a lot of half and not answers to the question. I said, you present us information that you think will be inviting. Let's not leave this to us asking the right questions, and instead leave it to you telling us everything you possibly can to encourage me to try and help you. This is dreary, and it is getting late.
What you seek is his wife. If you seek his wife, I've told you where she is.
Tell us more stuff. What do you think will help us? I don't care.
I'm
Staying.
bored. And I'm going to stab him in the back again and then do
Jesus.
another lay on hands.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
And just go, just tell us.
What?
why.
My dear lady.
I don't know, whatever they want.
Or even anything that could assist us. Watch changes, passwords, sentries,
I
little
do
hidden
not
eyes and
work
ears types.
for Silvershot. I'm not a member of his gang.
You don't work
It's
for
been around.
Silvershot. You're not a member of his gang. You just arrived in town at the same time he did. He took your bounty and you just work for him. You do something amorphously in town. He just likes the way you look.
We arrived in town together, as I told you.
Right.
We came here
Mm-hmm.
together.
With prisoners, as normal civil people do, not in cahoots whatsoever.
We said we were in cahoots.
Okay.
I did work for him.
Okay.
As it aligned with the space.
And so this whole time you came into town with him, you never counted how many folks were in your group.
There we go.
His numbers.
Anything.
As
What part of anything does not get across to you? Holy shit!
So aside from Mr. King's wife, who else is did y'all take from Crystal Grit that is still here? We know that a entire caravan was absconded with.
They were attacked, yes. Slaughtered
Yeah.
almost to a man.
Right. And aside from Mr. King's wife, was there anybody else from Crystal Grit that survived?
One survivor, yes. Didn't seem particularly loyal. I wouldn't figure that you wanted her.
The herring gun?
Yes.
Good.
And where's she at?
If she's currently staying with the majority in the mining hall dining. What's where like what
Barracks?
dormitories? Barracks. Yes.
Right.
He said the
So
mining
what?
dormitories.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mining
Which is-
dormitory.
Which is where the sheriff said she was as well, yeah.
You said something about her turning coat. What you mean by that?
She seemed perfectly happy to leave the other members of the caravan to their demise for her own safety. And then seemed to require no coaxing or detention to accompany the Worm Riders and us, as I said.
Oh,
She
what I
came
wouldn't
with
give
it.
for someone that
Survived.
didn't need coaxing.
What was that?
Said, ugh, what I wouldn't give for someone that didn't need coaxing.
And what was that, Belle?
So she survived.
She's fine, yes. I'm not criticizing. I just simply did not think that someone who... And she seemed quite pleased with her work now.
All right.
But you also
About it.
members. Believe, aside from Silvershot himself and perhaps 15 members of his gang still live.
Silvershot, about 15 others. Any more else join up in town since you've been here? Any new faces aside from them 15?
They have not been trying to recruit.
No recruits. All right.
Any of them particularly dangerous or skilled or specialized? Anything?
Collectively dangerous individuals. Silvershot himself, the most skilled of them.
It's very descriptive.
They are a gang
Gary, how much gas do you
of
have in the tank?
marauders.
Or
They
how
are
much,
a gang
how
of
much oil do you have in the
marauders.
lamp?
She can do it all night.
Oh, thank God. He's going to shoot him in the stomach with a purse gun.
Jesus.
I'm gonna look over,
Real
slightly
quick,
annoyed.
real quick while he's out, Clyde's gonna be like, if this thing might be out here, maybe firing off guns isn't the best idea is to draw its attention our direction. When I
That's why
know
you
it's
said
got
this one.
a single track mind, but
Right, which is why I have been using my dagger. Goodness. And I'm gonna smack him across the face. One more piece of lay on hands and
Quick question to make sure I didn't miss something. Has he said why he's working or what he's doing for Silvershot yet?
no.
Okay.
By now, about 10 minutes or so would have passed. Cerebel.
Perfect. Cerebel is going to come back
a woman possessed. She is going to essentially bulldoze this the guy down onto the ground, get on top of him, very violently shaking him. Just, where is my Genevieve?
I was gonna say, as you headed over, guy sort of waved to you. He's got your. He knows about your. You're already. Okay. Just.
If you could see Sarah Bell's face.
I do not have dark vision.
Well, I mean, she would have.
I figure somebody
if
in a
she
light
passed
at this
past you.
juncture.
Dancing lights are still going. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
It's very clear that Sarah Bell is rolling on something.
Yeah. He didn't see it first. You started to walk this way. He's like, Sarah. He knows about your friend. Okay.
You should just
Got it.
on him and
Got it.
everything.
Oh. Ooh.
And he's
she's
violently shaking him.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
While that shaking's going on, Clyde will let her know she's at the barracks in town. Reportedly fine.
How the fuck is that a 7? Okay, I guess I'll say that's a 7, even though 17 was showing up top.
Is it 7?
It's D&D Beyond.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
7. You're in the midst of shaking him and everything, and you freeze up. Your arms lock, your jaw locks open as you are asking him where your Genevieve is.
Does he just
Brett
give all
Walden?
All 6'5"? Oh, Brett Walden did it.
Brett Walden is pointing his wand at Sarah Bell on top of him. That is enough.
What are you doing?
I understand. Y'all came here for a reason. That you seek your wife. But I am the law around here. And I will not just sit here and watch a man be butchered over and over again. He is speaking. May not be at the pace you like.
Draw on fire.
Okay. What are you drawing and what are you firing?
Revolver.
Okay.
Both of them.
Bell,
Barrel.
Go ahead.
Bell
roll
step
an
up
attack.
beside him.
Alright, we
beside
gotta resolve
Walden.
this first. Roll that attack.
Okay.
Both are 17 plus stuff.
Okay. 17. Oh, so that's 17 just on the d20.
They're both 23, because I fired both.
Okay. Roll damage. And I guess
Haven't
roll-
actually fired a revolver yet. Is it D8?
It's 2d8.
2D8, okay.
Character sheet.
Alistair grabs Agatha and gets out of the line of fire.
What's that damage?
40. Between the two.
40?
Yes.
Are you
Between
applying
two.
sneak attack to that.
One of them, yes.
It is, unless anybody else is actively hostile to Brett, you are not hidden. You don't have advantage.
But it is surprise.
He literally just cast a hostile spell. I'm gonna say he was ready to square up with you guys. He is not surprised.
Is he within 5 feet of me?
If you are
Yes.
hostile, you're paralyzed. You do not count as a threatened target right now. He cast a hostile spell against you guys. He wasn't expecting it to go over necessarily smoothly. He is not surprised.
What did I say the total was?
It's at 40.
40.
So
It
it's
would
not a
have been.
crit. It's not a crit. You're doing 2d8 plus flat on
Okay,
both
that'd be
shots.
30 then. Because I had
30.
a 6 and a 4.
Okay. 6 and a 4 is getting to 30. How?
Sneak attack.
No. Sneak attack damage taken off.
Okay.
Drops it from 40 to 30. I had a
Okay.
6 and a 4 on the damage for sneak attack.
Where'd he go? I lost him. Where'd my boy go? Oh, there he is.
Where's my son?
My boy! God damn. You have 30 damage just from 2d8 plus flat. Well, I guess you just roll really high d8s.
Like Oh, that was
Two
off
shots.
both hits. That wasn't one shot. So
Yeah, I figured. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody. I mean, unless you are just willingly not participating.
I am willingly
No.
not participating. That is a 23
I am
on 22 on
absolutely
initiative. though.
not doing this.
Belle stepped up beside Walden to protect Walden.
That may apply post here, but for the moment, those two shots, that was the start of the combat after the paralyze.
DM, if you counted it as like the rogue ability where you get advantage if you just stand there without moving, would that have counted?
you drew in fire.
Gotcha.
You did not have
had
time
ask,
to sit
had
there
to
and
ask.
steady aim. Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt. And I don't know how long it's gonna take, but considering that there may be party members participating, we'll relaunch Tailspire as well.
Oh lordy. Okay.
Already got it though.
And what was the damage on each of those shots? Because he has to make concentration checks.
Oh shit. Just run it down the middle, I guess, because I don't remember.
Okay, so 15 and 15, so 2 DC 10. Yeah, he's good. He maintains concentration. All right. And
I only have one of these d8s, so I had to roll it a bunch of times.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I am missing. Who am I missing?
Kylie, have I showed you
I'm
these?
missing Kylie.
I can't see on this with my glasses.
No, Uh-oh.
There we
There
go.
Oh,
There you
come on,
are.
focus, there you
Okay,
go.
so we're gonna maneuver here.
I haven't
a little
seen them
bit.
yet, Cody.
I assume y'all are kind of in this. We'll just kind of arrange around here. He was kind of behind you guys. It's kind of where, if y'all want to put yourselves where you would have been. Cerebell is kind of like here-ish. You dove on him, so you're kind of. God damn it! It knocks you prone in such a weird way. Why do you look like that? And you're just upside down. Doing a headstand. But that's where you are right now.
You said she was rolling, but damn.
It does for real. And then I'm gonna put a torch on you just as a reminder for myself that you're.
That's a really good whole person. She's like in the middle of a break dance.
Where was Guy? So put Geist where he would have been. During this conversation. All right.
You were helping interrogate the dude from 10 feet away.
I figured you were either across the way or right next to Walden, or something. And I figured you were doing it from somewhere nice and close.
Team, am I standing by Walden? I have a
You
hard
are.
time. It's in the dark.
Walden,
Okay, all right.
Walden is this
Cool.
fella right
Got
here.
it.
He's spinning.
Gotcha. Spinning.
He's great value RoboCop right now. Yeah, so that'll work. So there we are. And let me do this. 25 to 20.
21.
Rolled a 22.
Also
So-
22.
Okay, which you has the higher dex?
I have a 16.
Who has a 19 for Callie, and what does Geist have?
19 for Geist.
No,
19
I have a 16 for my dexterity.
16 dex. Okay, so that makes that nice and easy. I'm sorry, I heard 16 and 19, and I got them mixed up.
High Dex Paladin, go burr.
Gun Paladin. Pow, pow. Okay, 20 to 15.
19.
19 for Miss Bell. All right, 15 to 10.
14.
14 for our little paralyzed angel. 10 to 5.
7.
7. You somehow managed to roll worse than he did.
Rolled a 2.
That'll do it. Boom. Okay. So Dice drew and fired. And that makes that really easy for initiative since you went first. I don't have this fucking. I get so thrown off by having to swap between things to do music. Goblin attack. That's everybody's favorite, right?
No. Stop.
Yeah! Goblin attack's the best!
Ah! Okay, Callie. This fucking just drew and fired. Hostilities have ensued. One individual is paralyzed in the middle on top of y'all's prisoner.
Yes, I am going to, because guys, or the professor has so kindly placed himself in front of me. I am going to, I would like to grapple him, please,
Okay.
and thank you. I actually don't know how to do that. I just know that
that's an athletics check.
Great.
Contested by Geist, either with your own athletics check or with an acrobatics check, with your choice.
Neither one's great, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up going to acrobatics.
I was about to say, I was like, you got a 19 dex, don't you? But you might not have proficiency.
Yeah.
But I did roll decently.
I rolled a 22 on that grapple.
God damn!
Oh, so close! Oh, I got a 21.
Oh, fucking Callie.
So I
Puppies.
think that because I'm right behind him, I kick out his leg and just like put my knee in his back and go, Mr. Professor, I don't like when you fire at our allies. You're gonna
What
stand
are you
put.
doing? He's not an ally.
I was told by Mr. Sinclair, who is my boss, to lay low. If we kill the sheriff of Picton, that ain't laying low, is it? So you are going
He's
to
supposed to be dead already.
Oh, shut up. I am going to stab you and not bother bringing you up if you don't shut your fucking mouth. Do you understand? I would like to roll an intimidation check if I have to.
There's no need. He will. I rolled really low anyway, so. Sorry, Mom.
Oh, we done here.
Sure.
I'm gonna look up at Walden. Go. Sheriff, I have no problem with you. If you will stand down, I will tie up Mr. Professor here. If you want this interrogation to be over, it will be over with.
How am I supposed to assist you in the town if I'm tied up, Callie?
I could figure something else out. You got eaten by the monster.
Are we still in initiative for this conversation?
I'm waiting to determine. We'll leave the initiative tracker up for the moment. Loose initiative.
King
I'm-
is
I'm
going.
waiting on the sheriff. This is all serious. I put my knee into his back and I have my dagger out, and I
can't
will
do anything, so.
stab him.
Yeah.
I will stab him if I need to.
Whether
Well,
or
then, of
not
course,
initiative continues has nothing to do with my decisions right now.
Right. Yeah. As long as you comply, because Walden has transferred wand pointing to Geist and his guns down, son.
Oh, there's nothing. The guns are already down. He's
They've been
got a
dropped.
knife in his neck.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative?
Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm leaving it up for now until all things have been concluded. For the moment, y'all are in loose initiative. Y'all can kind of act right now unless something breaks it, and then we're gonna snap back into initiative.
Okay, I had a 21 right after those two, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at King since we're kind of right beside each other. I'm gonna grab Fax by the ankle, and I'm gonna say, "We probably want him alive, yes. That's to get him out of any explosive areas." I'm gonna, unless you stop me, I'm gonna start dragging him by his ankle and like move over here with
Yeah. Okay.
with him.
I guess, is he an object at this point?
He's conscious.
Yeah, he's
but
not.
he's
Fax.
currently.
Fax is conscious?
Oh no, he had just been brought back to consciousness when Cerebell came in. So I mean, he's well trussed at this time. So I can't really do much about it.
He tied.
Oh, sorry.
What's that about?
Bell's gonna walk. Oh, sorry. Bell's gonna walk over and grab Geist by the arm and stand him up and say, "Callie, My dear, everyone, Mr. Geist, everyone.
I've got a knife. I haven't moved.
I shush. You shot. Hush your mouth, young man. You shot. Don't say you didn't move. Blood is high. Tempers are high. We will all stand down. Am I understood?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't know if it gets any more stood down than I am right now.
said hush. Hush. You hush, Mr. Geist. Everyone will hush.
This is Cody laughing, not Geist, I promise.
For sure.
Who is Geist? I am very confused
Professor.
over here.
Mr. Professor.
Mr. Professor, you sit down by the fire.
If you would similarly detain your friend, this magic will only last for about another 30 seconds. And she does not
Absolutely.
seem in her right mind.
I believe you are right, sir. Miss
it-
Callie, darling, can you keep an eye on Sarah Bell when she comes to her abilities again?
Yes, ma'am. I can do that.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
With all of this talk of tempers being high, Clyde will just walk on over with Mr. Fax as he's being pulled away and just kind of casually say, "It's calm as a cucumber out here," and then pull out his short sword, stab it into Fax's throat, down to the spine, and give it a good old twist.
Can you make a I'm gonna call this deception for the calm, like this calm that you were attempting to portray. I mean, basically masking you're like, I'm about to murder this dude. If you would be so kind.
There's I mean, he's completely cool right now.
Okay.
He's got the information he
still
needs
roll it
from
for
it.
me.
Yeah, I roll a
Just
deception.
roll it for me. Or just
Um,
for something for me to roll against for insight.
It's I think it's 16 minus 2, I believe, is my negative to it, or minus 1. What's my charisma? Minus 1, so 15.
15. Unfortunately, both Walden and Fax. I say unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, they both roll. Even with your minus, they still manage to both roll below you. Stab, twist. He's at least dying and bleeding out.
But that was not my intent at all. Damn.
Was mine. We got enough.
Excuse me, Mr. King, while I exit your vicinity once more. I will walk away from King.
How many rounds have passed so far?
At this point, yeah, the it would be about to break. Out of curiosity, is anybody detaining Sarabelle ahead of time? If
Yes,
you are
please.
speaking now, you had 30 seconds to try to do anything ahead of time, or if you're just
Okay.
standing near her. I need to know.
Callie was, I think Callie and I were talking about, she was going to grapple her and I was
can-
going to, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's like I can grapple Sarah Bell.
Okay, so you were holding on to her.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
There.
grab some rope to tie her just till she comes down off of whatever she's on.
This is such a
no longer-
clusterfuck.
I'm no longer grappled.
Well,
Oh, you're sat down and I'm going to spank your butt if you get up again. Mama, no.
While Sarah Bell's being tied down and she's still frozen,
You have a very short amount of time to act. I need to know what happened in these 30 seconds.
Clyde's just gonna say to her, "There's a monster on the loose. I'm gonna go back in town and try and talk to your bunny rabbit." And he's just gonna start
Old person ends.
walking back to town.
Bell's going to stop him and say, Mr. King, if you could wait
Sarah,
just a moment.
I need to know what Sarabelle's doing. Paralyze ends.
She's going to Misty Step immediately away from
Oh shit!
everybody. Draw her shotgun.
Counterspelled.
Oh jeez!
Is anybody holding on to me?
I was straight
Sarabelle
up.
was holding on to you, and you go to cast magic, and Walden immediately counterspells.
Oh,
And
man.
Gus was right there, too.
Well, that's a bonus action, so I'll take my action and attempt to break the.
Roll it. That's contested. You know, you guys know the rules. Athletics versus acrobatics, your choice.
19.
You said 19?
23, 19 plus 4.
Still grappled.
Miss Sarabelle, we know exactly where your beloved is.
Then let go of me. The man is dead. There's nobody else that I can hurt. I have no qualm with the sheriff, though I dislike his methods.
I will let go on the condition.
There's
you-
no condition. You can
Bell's
kill me
gonna
or you
leave
can
you.
let me go.
I
Bell's
will
gonna
let
lay
you
down.
go. I'm trying to have you wait a moment so that we can resolve this. So we can all go back into town because we
Then
know
let me
what's
go.
coming.
She's
I need your
still
word.
actively fighting.
I need your word that you will not.
Roll a couple more contested checks for me real quick.
Cut.
If you're holding on to her while she like
17 plus 4.
18.
21.
Just for the sheer purpose of throwing fuel on the fire, is John just letting this happen?
I don't know if John can do anything about it. I don't know what all actions John has available.
He can come over and attempt to poison.
He can.
I am immune to disease.
Not bad.
It's not poison.
Bell's just gonna be like, Sarabelle, love, if you could wait just a moment before you depart, I would like to give a gift to you and everyone in our party,
Oh.
so that we could something to tie us all together. Could you wait just a moment, my dear?
Sarabelle's foaming at the mouth at this moment. There's no waiting.
Is it like
sorry.
literally?
Well,
She's still
Are you,
like.
are you still
on-
grappled,
Are you
Sarabelle?
still?
You needed a 21 was your number to beat.
I rolled an 18, but after that first one, there would have been a mental command to come and help.
Hands.
Oh, excuse me, John. Right after you, sorry. I'll
If
let
John's
John
coming
goodbye.
up, I will let go of Sarabelle and go, fine, go off by yourself. I hope that monstrosity comes and eats you. And just like pushes you out of the way and turns to the chef and goes, Chef, can you please let us know what's going on? Like in terms of
You
what's
don't wish that.
FYI, DM, Geist has been staying like completely away from all of this, just reloading all of his shit.
Yeah.
You would not have gotten your guns back unless you tried to take them from Walden.
He never got disarmed. I thought he just stuck his.
He said
when she put the knife to his throat.
you said you dropped him. He said drop.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
said
meant
you dropped him.
like he dropped his aim. He put him in his holsters.
Oh, 100%. He would not have allowed that to slide. He said guns gone. So unless you were combating that, just hold real quick. He would have asked for somebody to disarm you while he held you at one point.
Sarabelle's response to Callie would have just been a growl and a hiss, essentially, and scuttle back to John.
Can Callie healing word her out of whatever?
I was gonna walk over to the sheriff and give him 5 points of lay on hands. I'm down to 10 healing or lay on hands points now.
Yikes.
Can I just interject really quickly and say to
Sure.
contain some of the chaos? Maybe we
No,
go back.
absolutely.
Maybe we go back into initiative really quickly.
That's why I'm still on Tailspire. I'm waiting. I'm just like I'm holding. I'm still having a turn order. I'm waiting.
What direction is town?
On this map,
Yeah.
east. East-ish.
Oh man, I can't move.
There you go. So, Sarabelle has
Softball.
moved back towards the cart.
And is not upside down anymore.
She's not upside down anymore. She's no longer paralyzed. A little bit of health has been given back to the sheriff. We have Clyde is just fucking off into the distance.
Guys, if we are actually moving, and allowed to move characters and stuff, Geist would have walked towards King, just gone with him.
Okay. Without your guns?
I mean, I still got my purse gun.
Okay.
So. Did they take my rifle too, or just the revolvers?
If your rifle had been with you.
It's slung, and so I can't conceal it. It's like 38 feet long, so.
Oh no, we lost.
I think we've lost our dear DM, but
Oh no, we need him.
I have a feeling there was probably
No,
we've been told to
no.
drop that too.
He actually gave you 2 more of those big long rifles.
Oh, okay, excellent. Love that for me.
Fantastic.
Ian said, "I'm done with this clusterfuck," and just hard pulled the cable out of the wall.
He said make bad guys. I mean, what did he expect to happen?
Oh my god.
So while we wait,
I want to do some like
This is
role
feeling
play
very
stuff.
much like that.
I just
I want to
imagine
do role play stuff, but I want.
Ian just coming in on the side of Stacy Bell's screen like, okay.
He 100% should, depending on how long this is gonna be.
So we're still live, right?
We are absolutely still
oh,
alive.
there it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So I am going to indulge in a little bit of roleplay just while we wait on Ian. So we're not just sitting there. Just before Clyde would have had the before he started walking away, I didn't realize I didn't have any of my guns. So this would have been said a little bit earlier. So do we expect me to participate in gunfights without guns? I can't do the zippy zappy things to.
Wait. Hang on.
I'm God. I transferred computers.
Hang on.
All right.
assuming direct control.
Be anybody.
Can they?
Hello.
Oh,
Barely.
wait.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. That'll work.
I'm fine.
That'll work.
So
All
Ian,
right.
I had
Yeah.
interjected saying that I did not know that I didn't have any of my guns. So before, like at
Whatever
some
would
point,
have been easily like visible. Whatever you had on you. So your
that
first gun
revolvers and the
relatively
rifle,
easy
if
to
they took
avoid.
it, they took it. I didn't realize they took it. So I'm saying I would have said
Right.
a little bit earlier, just addressing Callie and oh shit, I forgot your character's
Alden?
name, Miss Bell. Miss
Oh,
Bell.
Miss Bell. Gotcha.
Say, you expect me to assist without firearms?
When cooler heads
do
are
the zip
prevailing,
Such.
when cooler heads prevail, Mr. Professor, we will give you back your guns.
Are you under
We
the
just wanna
impression
take
that
a
I am
beat.
full of rage?
I am full of rage.
Then you cool your head and realize that if you would like me to be able to do anything to help you in this scenario, then I'm going to need weapons.
Right.
I don't know at what juncture Clyde starts fucking off,
I
but
think it
when
was
he
pretty
does,
immediately is what it sounded like.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
turn
this-
to
Taking
Walden
advantage of the chaos.
that's
and
my
go
cue.
because I'm right next to him after I've given him that lay on hands and go, Mr. Sheriff, right now it is your call. You tell me what you want to do.
Just looks over at Geist, kind of head a little cocked to one side, still holding like his stomach region. Well, son, if you decide to be a bit more cooperative,
I'll be
I
a
have no problem.
perfect example. Are you going to
I'm
give me my
sure.
firearms or not? Yes or no? This is not a negotiation. I'm asking.
I believe the concern is not the use of necessary force, but the use of torture. I think that is where things cross the line,
If
and
I
that
can
is the
speak
sheriff's
up.
concern.
Torture is no longer a
friend.
concern. He is very dead on the ground. He is
I see that.
sanguinated, so torture is no longer a problem here.
And all I did was
Back
shake
to it
him.
now. And I'll bring out my fucking book and my pen again as I continue taking notes on this fight.
Yes or no? That's my
Someone
cue to go.
may wish to may wish to flag down your friend, because it would seem to me he intends to just storm into Picton like a one-man army is going to get himself killed.
You said about now when Clyde's leaving? Is that what
It sounded like he started fucking off almost immediately. Is that correct, Kent?
Yeah, he killed him and is like, I have no business in these stupid conversations, and started. He's not like sprinting back to town in anger. He's just meandering back to town. Like, these guys are going to argue. Well, there's a beast on the loose. I'm good.
Right. Well, that's my cue to go. If you want me to help you, bring my fucking guns. And he's going to turn around and follow Clyde.
– No one is touching this body except for me.
Okay.
I just jiggled him a little bit with my foot, but other than that, he's relatively unmolested.
She picks up the Dragonborn's body and drops in the back of John. And tells John to follow Mr. King.
Is John growing? With more additions?
Just gonna have random scaly bits in the morning, like,
What did the bugbear have?
Just
What?
money.
Had some
No,
money, had
weapon-wise.
some armor, had an axe, had a great axe.
couple
No,
of hand
like
axes and a great
side
axe.
armor or anything?
No, had no guns.
Then just would have headed off after Clyde.
So, bodies are collected. Sarabelle, are you collecting them and then following after the rest of the party, or what are you doing?
One body.
One body.
She will take the Dragonborn's body, search it. Oh, I guess it's already been searched.
He was pretty
Will
emptied.
pretty immediately start chanting. And if anybody attempts to break the ritual, she'll meet them with not a gunshot, but hostility.
Right. Is everybody leaving Sarabelle while she's here, or what's the rest of the party doing?
She'll
Clyde
be doing
and
that in the
Geist have
back
already
of
started
John.
leaving. Gotcha. Okay.
Alistair's not
So the whole
walking
party-
back. I'll probably hang out on John until she's done with what she's doing.
Okay. So, the party in a weird loose line is marching its way back to Picton-ish. I presume. I don't know if y'all are gonna stop or not. But with the sheriff bringing up the rear, having no intention of turning his back on any of, or at least most of you for now.
To offer sort of an olive branch, a further olive branch, I get back up on my horse and look down at the sheriff and go, Chef, if you don't want to walk, you are more than welcome to join me up on my horse as we make our way back into Picton.
Thank you for your offer, but I would rather be under my own locomotion for now.
And he's still kind of gimpy.
I mean, he had a level of exhaustion, and then he got shot at to fuck, but...
Wait, that cures exhaustion?
But as y'all string
I'm in
along back to Picton, you think maybe it's your imagination, maybe it's not. You think you hear maybe screeches, roars, something in the dark.
So
But that is where we'll call.
entity fading in and out.
Spooky,
Like I said, in the
scary
distance,
screams in the
like
background.
on the wind.
You know what, Ian? I think you should DM standing up always for now.
Can't help it. I have to use my hands. I'm also just keep dipping in and out of focus. But as y'all go, and whether it's actual screams or calls or screeching, you don't know. But that is where we will go ahead and call tonight's session, since I have to figure out what the fuck is going on with my computer.
Okay.
Hey.
What perfect timing.
Yeah.
It was really annoying timing, is what it was.
Can I say
Ian, do
real
you
quick,
want- Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
just so I don't forget before next week,
Sure.
I kick the body off of John after I do
Just
the ritual.
just dump it into the
Yep.
dirt. All right.
Do you
Thank
want me to do the outro so you don't have to do it standing?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. kick
I
back
will
over
stand
to
here.
Remy. All right, everybody. Well, we are Hard Knock Dice. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday. We will not be. We will be streaming this upcoming Saturday and next Wednesday, but we're going to be taking some days off for the holidays. We're going to be our last stream of the year is going to be Whispers of the Dust on December 20th. So come check us out for that stream, and then we will kick back up the new year with Whispers in the Dust on January 3rd. So don't miss out on those. Make sure you drop a follow so you know when we go live. Also, if I can, please get an exclamation mark charity in the chat. I'll do that myself, actually. I'll do it myself. Go click on that link. The link didn't work.
Oh no.
All right, you know what? There it is. Jesus Christ, it just took twice. Maybe I misspelled charity. Go click on that link. Go donate to a really great cause. Do the lawful kind thing. Open your heart wallets, all that good stuff. We are going to raid our dear friends over at Legends of Evantris, who run an awesome TTRPG stream. So go check them out. And did I miss anything? I think that's it, right? My camera's not over here.
I think we're good.
Sounds good.
Woo!
All right. In that case, what's up? Bye.
I think John has a literal heart wallet, probably.
Probably.
Gross.
Makes sense.
Gross. That's